mean, you're wrong, but you're not wrong. I hope your socks are clean. Hey, hit your switch.
Do do do.
Jabba dabba tweet tweet tweet.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means I got to go back and listen to that show before us to see if they even recorded one person.
I mean, but I believe my socks are clean. I got these right, fresh out of my sock tote.
That's good.
How do you keep your socks, Tom? Do you only have enough socks that go in a drawer, or do you have like enough socks where you have to keep them in something other than a drawer?
First of all, a lot of my clothes stay in the basket that they were in when they got washed.
So you do your laundry, but you're not a folder, put it up type of guy?
Depending on how it is, no. But because when I do laundry, though, everything is super sorted, though.
So all the socks are with the socks.
So like the whites are all together no matter what they are.
Okay.
Okay.
So it might be white drawers, white t-shirt, socks, wife beaters. But as long as it's white, it's all together.
It's white and it doesn't have a bleeding color in it.
I fucks with it.
Okay. Then undergarments have their own load.
Okay.
So colored t-shirts, colored drawers, colored socks. That's one load by itself.
It's very refreshing to know that a man knows how to do laundry. Because women think we don't know how to do shit.
I can't speak for all men, but I was raised in a household full of women. So, yeah. Then I have dark colors. I have light colors. I have jeans.
Where the fuck is he going to get a golf cart from?
Don't ask no questions, bro. Just watch. And I have jeans because, those are heavy clothes. You got to.
Okay.
And I don't wear jeans all the time, so I don't have to really do that laundry too often.
I got it.
And then now, because I'm heavy in the hoodies and sweats got their own load.
Makes sense.
It's been like 6-7 loads when I wash. That's why Teresa don't ever want to when I do laundry. When she go do laundry, she always leave my shit.
Okay.
So it'd be like the whole house clean, and then it's like my pile of dirty clothes.
So you do your own laundry.
I have to do my own laundry.
But you kind of you seem like a particular guy, so
I'm not particular about it, but I guess it just makes it easier. Like when she got to go do laundry, she got to worry about the girls' clothes. So I can understand having to worry about where the girls' clothes go and worry about her. It's easier. I might see women things I'm not supposed to see. I don't know.
I'm very proficient at doing laundry. I
hope so.
I think I'm cool at it.
I hope so. But
as y'all can see,
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Deaf Fresh Show. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. We are back in the building on
very fucked up Saturday evening.
I mean, it's been the windiest, the rainiest, the darkest. It's just been an all around like, why am I here? Kind of a day.
Milwaukee look like Gotham City.
Gotham City in the ghetto. Why they let them do that?
I don't know.
They let what, when you go back and you listen to soundtracks, specifically Batman soundtracks, there's random like songs on these soundtracks. How do we get here?
I feel like if Batman was black, he definitely would come out to Gotham City in the Ghetto by R. Kelly or whatever the name of that.
Because think about it, we had Gotham City, both the regular and the remix, because he can't do shit just once. You had Kiss from a Rose by Seal for no reason whatsoever.
That'd definitely be on the soundtrack.
Okay,
I just want y'all to know this is if Batman was black. This is what the movie soundtrack.
You had the Riddler by Method Man.
We had to get Prince on there.
Oh, that's what I was closing out with. And then the rest of the soundtrack is all Prince.
Oh, we got to put Jay-Z on there, though. The City is Mine with Blackstreet. Tell me that's not black superhero music, Tom.
Can we give it to at least Robin when he goes solo?
Okay.
Because he go to a whole new city. So then you walk in, and then the first time you see him standing on the rooftop, you belong.
Yeah.
You belong.
So he on the roof.
Lights.
He's just that's how we usher the new era, the new Batman.
That's how we usher it in.
Man of the night.
Then he jumps off the building and the beat drop.
I'm mad that sounds tight.
It do, see?
I watched that movie. I don't watch that.
You watched that terrible one?
Which one?
Batman and Robin? Or you talking about you'll watch that
I'm saying I would watch that.
I will watch it too.
I feel like all the 90s Batman movies were ass. Except for the one in 89.
The original?
That was Michael Keaton.
Yeah, the one that kicked it off with Jack Nicholson as Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that Batman's cool.
That was the first time it went dark. Because you got to remember, the last time we had a Batman was '66, and that was funny.
It was. I think that Batman was good, and it was. You know how it's still campy, but it's good. Like they did, like that was one of the movies where like they didn't stray away from like what was actually on the comic book page.
Right.
So if Jack Nicholson wore this goofy ass purple outfit, because that's what the Joker would wear in the comic book. So shit like that be tight.
I don't know. So how did you feel about when they went to the more grittier version when they did Nolan's Batmans?
Those Batman, we talking about the one with what the fuck is his name?
Heath Ledger and them in there.
Right. I was trying to think of the nigga who played Batman. It's Christian Bale. I didn't know who Christian Bale was before Batman.
You might be right. Because I've seen him and stuff. Because he's definitely played a villain in something.
Yeah, Christian Bale had a nice movie catalog of random shit that you be like, damn, I seen that movie but didn't know he was in it.
That's how I feel sometimes when you see a D. Ray Davis movie.
You be like, damn, I didn't know bro was here.
Right. And it's no knock on him. You just didn't know he was in it until you like, oh, damn, dog was in this.
Kind of like Saha the Prince.
I know when Saha be on the bar. So
you be like, damn, I didn't know he wrote that one.
Okay, that's different.
No, like, it'd be crazy when you look at writing because you be like, oh, okay. Saha's like, he's talented to be such a chameleon in the way he writes for some people.
Yeah, that's why he don't be caring about being in the limelight.
Like all the stuff he wrote for Travis Scott, you be like, man, I didn't think you were capable of this just because like what Travis Scott is known for, and he was like, oh, Saha the Prince, helps write this stuff.
I think it's more so.
It's kind of tight.
I think more so some rappers realize that they don't have the proper stage presence. I think that's what it is. Like,
you think rappers ain't got stage presence?
Not everybody has to keep it buck, bro. Not everybody's built for that life.
That's very true.
Not everybody's built for the tour. Not everybody's built for the people being around them. Prime example, Kid Cudi. Cudi's not built for that. How many times has dog done quit?
I didn't know you could just actively quit being a rapper, but whatever. Kid Cudi be doing some strange shit.
You actively quit being a rapper.
I did.
See?
I wasn't famous, though. Like, nobody gave a fuck that I was a rapper.
I mean, Cudi had... Okay, let's keep it a buck. Cudi had Day and Night that dropped.
Right.
Okay? It took the fuck off.
You trying to ask me what other songs of Kid Cudi?
No. I fuck with Cudi, so I got a bunch of cuts by Cudi.
Right, I'm like, it's some niggas who know what Kid Cudi is.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not the Kid Cudi expert.
Right. Matter of fact, you got a free time and you high, watch Intergalactic on Netflix.
Ain't that his little cartoon movies?
Yeah,
I keep hearing it's good.
It's good. And when you high, it really resonates. The colors pop out at you.
That's gonna give me a seizure?
Nah, I won't give you a seizure. You watch Into the Spider-Verse?
I did.
It looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's the best
I
way.
hear they're working on part 2 of that.
Oh yeah, it's called it is Into the Spider-Verse, but it's something about the web.
Okay.
There's a Spider-Geddon comic book story out there, dog. Shit gets wild. Spider-Man's coming from everywhere.
I can imagine how wild.
Like, dog, this shit gets wild. Just go to Benny, a comic historian. He did a whole,
I feel like the MCU as a whole is finna get really fucking wild.
Yes and no.
I feel like they finna do some shit.
I don't think it's gonna get too wild. I think they're gonna streamline some shit now. Like right now, we getting a lot of, okay, we got the rights to all these people that you never heard of, so we gonna introduce them. So you're gonna have like 17 Disney Plus shows that most of them don't mean nothing at that moment.
With that concept and thought process that they're introducing, that's why I think it's gonna get wild. So how Kevin Feige has said that it won't take us 10 years to get to the point no more.
Right.
So how, like, I feel like the way we got to the first Avengers movie, in my opinion, I always would say it was a happy accident. Like, because we had a bunch of B-list characters that we didn't really know was going to take off like that. Like, but who the fuck gave a shit about fucking Iron Man? But yeah, who gave a fuck about Captain America? He wasn't Spider-Man. They don't care about the fucking Iron Man. Ain't the X-Men.
They cared because he's American. White racist America.
Yeah, white people care.
White racist.
Not the masses of comic book people. They're like, yeah, fuck this.
I mean, true comic book people be like, he has his purpose, but Until you get to the real Civil War, we really didn't care too much about
So
Captain.
I'm just like the way they finna. Not saying like everything finna be coming back to back, but like with the inclusion of you have to watch the Disney show, so we may get like 3 or 4 Disney shows, and that's what I really want to see how that all ties in.
Well, the good thing is Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange movie gave us a little taste of how they're going to do it, but it wasn't to the point that you needed to watch every show, because WandaVision immediately went into Doctor Strange.
Right.
Like literally, you don't have to watch any of the other shows that happened. You literally could watch WandaVision, and boom, we're off and running.
Right.
Okay. Captain America and the Winter Soldier was just that closing to Endgame. Like when Cap handed Tupac the shield, now we got to see
Tupac.
Tupac is America's hero right now. I just want you to understand that.
I tried to get y'all to understand that a couple episodes ago. You thought I was being funny.
You were being funny.
But because Tupac is Captain
You want to know
America.
why? You want to know why I didn't take it serious when you said it? There's a series in the comic books called
Tupac the American Hero?
shut up.
I was saying, yo, I want to read that if it's called Tupac the American Hero.
Rudy, if you out there listening, write it. That'll be you want to blend hip hop and geek culture. Write it.
Rudy, you better not make a comment called
Do
Tupac
it.
the American
You
Hero.
just said the other day you want to start working on screenplays. Do it, bruh. Telling you.
All right.
Okay.
I know
but,
this is about to be way off topic, but it's not in so many words.
Okay.
The core Avengers, how many are there?
It's I think it's about 6 or 7.
So
I think it was 7 in the circle.
seven circle?
I think it was 7 in the circle.
Okay, based on what the movies were that we've been watching for the past 10 years, how many Avengers are there? What's the core?
Okay, so we had Iron Man, we had Cap, we had Hulk, we had what's the chick? Black Widow. We had Thor.
That's 5.
We only have 5 for real?
Yeah, I'll say because we add Spider-Man, that's 6.
No. If you pay attention,
it's just the core?
Spider-Man never was an Avenger.
We did Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, that's who's God damn, that's so disrespectful.
So Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk.
And then Vision came.
Okay, so we got 7.
7. I knew it was 7.
Well,
technically Vision may have been a part of the second too. Because you remember after they split up and then, Cap walked in there and he was training some new people.
The first Avengers movie, how many was it?
6.
6?
It's 6.
If you could pick 6 rappers to be the Avengers.
Just grab the Wu-Tang. Shit, fuck it. We there.
Nah,
okay.
I don't know all them niggas.
Okay. Let's keep. Ooh, this is a good one for Tommy too. All right, so.
Well, if he's here tomorrow, we'll ask Tommy.
Damn, next time we have Rudy here, this is his question.
6 rappers.
That would make up the
Rudy,
Avenger.
I know you be listening, bro. 6 rappers.
6 rappers that make up
6 rappers to make up the Avengers. What 6 rappers do you got?
Are we doing past, present, and future? How are we doing this?
What 6 rappers would you pick to represent the Avengers? Oh, man. So you need a good leader because I feel like Captain America is the leader. So what rapper is Captain America?
A good leader. Actually, no bullshit. I got to make it
Jay-Z?
Got to make it Jay-Z.
Okay, so
because when you're talking about leadership skills at the current moment in time in the hip hop game, who's up front better than him?
So Hov is Captain America.
So Hov is Cap. All right. Now we need somebody that's smart, somebody technical to play Iron Man, someone cocky. Kind of got to give it to Iron Lung. Got to give it to Meth.
You Method Man play Iron Man?
Which is fucked up because Ghostface is really Iron Man.
Okay, so you pick Method Man to play Iron Man.
So
we got Method Man and Jay-Z.
Got Meth and Jay. If we gonna do the Hulk, it's got to go with David Banner.
I would have picked 50 Cent, but David Banner is cool.
50 is War Machine.
50's War Machine?
50's War Machine.
Yeah, this Avenger roster just got a little iffy.
I don't know, bro. This is just, you making me go off my dome, bro. I ain't had time. I ain't time to think about
Do you
this.
need time to live with this question?
No. We gonna roll with it. Somebody got to get the ball started. This is how you create controversy. All right, Hawkeye. Hawkeye can damn near be anybody. Because he was always there when you needed him. You would never be doubtful. Like if this person is in your corner, you got it. So who in hip hop right now that if you need a 16 from them, you guaranteed to always be good.
Like hip hop right now?
Yeah.
That can't miss with a 16?
Can't miss with a 16.
J. Cole.
I'm glad you said that, my brother, because he was right there too.
J. Cole will give you a 16 and you want. It's a few of them, but I feel like
can't miss.
But I feel like for this squad, we would need J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole is Hawkeye.
Then who's our Thor? Who's cocky on the mic?
Can Drake be Thor?
You know what, bro?
He
got to.
Can the sixth guy be the god of thunder, like low key?
There we go. The sixth god of thunder. All right. So we got Jay. We got Meth. I might swap Meth out, but we're going to hold Meth for now.
So Jay
is
Captain America.
Right.
Method Man is Iron Man.
Right.
Drake is Thor.
No, Drake is Thor.
Drake is Thor. You pick David Banner as the Hawk.
Yeah.
And then we pick J. Cole as Hawkeye.
I got to take Day B out. I got to swap in Kendrick.
Kendrick is the Hawk?
Kendrick is the Hawk. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that he ain't been giving powerful albums, dog.
That's just your opinion. I don't fuck with Kendrick Lamar.
You don't. That's why yours will be different than mine.
This is a fact.
Because I know for a fact Wayne on there somewhere. But where?
Where? I don't know.
See?
Wayne might be like Thor.
I mean, you're not wrong for that. Then that means who's our Black Widow?
Rihanna. Maybe Beyonce. Unless you want to give it to a rapper.
It's got to be, you said a rapper, dog. It's got to be a rapper.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, who you pick? I'd probably pick Nicki.
I don't even want to go with either one of them.
Who would you pick?
I don't want to go with either one of them.
You would pick Rhapsody?
Nah. Nah. As much as I want, she's not ready for that. She'll even say that.
She didn't pick Rhapsody.
Damn, did they have to drop an album recently to make this list?
Who do you have? Nah, if you pick Jay, then no.
I mean, technically he dropped the Carter. Technically he did that album with Jay Electronica.
Man.
Hey, cheat code is cheat code. We fucking up. So unless she's She-Hulk, we got to go with Meg.
Meg Thee Stallion?
Got to go with Meg.
I feel like Meg should be part of the Young Avengers.
That's what I said, unless she's She-Hulk.
Because if you could do Young Avengers would be like NBA Youngboy and Lil Baby.
And where 21 at?
And 21 Savage could be in the Young Avengers too.
It's 21 doing
I think Drake will lead the Young Avengers.
Drake will lead the Young Avengers. I don't want that. I don't want that.
I want the sixth guy to lead the Young Avengers.
What is Future? Is he a hero or a villain?
Future's a villain.
Which villain?
Future is Dr. Doom. Future is Dr. Doom.
You're not Kang the Conqueror?
That's Kanye.
You right.
Yeah, because Kanye is
because he could be a hero or a villain.
He's a special. What do you think about what's going on with Kanye?
You know what? I think we started talking about this before, but I said we was gonna skip over it because life be life. Honestly, bro, I'm at the point right now with Kanye. I just want to see how it plays out.
Yeah,
it's not even about me trying to give an opinion in between all of it because one, you hear so many different reasons why people doing stuff.
This is true.
So unless I hear it directly from Kanye, like this is his reason behind everything he's doing, I take anything people say with a grain of salt.
I feel like the shit he say, that's just how he.
He feel, but then everybody wants to put his mental illness into it, and people want to say he's purposely been trying to get away from these companies, or everybody's creating a narrative for Kanye. But until I hear what Kanye's narrative is from Kanye, I'm just gonna sit here and watch. And now, if it gets to the point where there's help that he needs and I can give it, then different story, different conversation. But as a spectator to all of this, I'm not gonna sit here and dictate the ending of the story.
I feel
like y'all, Terrence would say, y'all ain't watching TV right.
Yeah, like I feel like the shit he on is how he truly feels in life.
You think he hitting that point in time where you just don't care what people think?
Yeah, like I really feel like Kanye is just being Kanye. Like this is just how he feel.
Y'all really got me out here looking to see what female rappers are out right now.
Yeah. Another hip hop news, we lost 1/3 of the Migos this past Halloween weekend,
and that's another scenario that I didn't want to really touch, because of how it went down. But like we said on the dosage, like I said on the dosage, if you've learned anything from Warren G,
see, right, dice games are tricky.
The dice games are tricky. You can never expect to be able to walk away from a dice game unscathed.
That's true.
Okay. Plus, I didn't dive into the story of it because most of the stories always either had a photo of the shooting or the video was attached to it. So I didn't want to see either one of those. And I'm not a person who don't care about seeing bloodshed or a person getting shot or stuff. I just don't want to see that, though. I don't need to see that to know what the story is. But everybody is doing what they always do, is they're pointing fingers. Oh, it's Quavo because he got into an argument, so this is his fault. Like, no, it's not Quavo's fault. If you've ever been to a dice game or a spades game or a dominoes game, niggas gonna nig.
This is a fact.
Okay? It is up to you to de-escalate the situation when it's there. Unfortunately, Takeoff happened to be in the middle.
He's a victim of circumstance.
He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There minding your business. You probably wasn't even shooting dice. You was just chilling.
It was there. It was there because your uncle was shooting dice. Your uncle was losing a lot. He got a little hot-headed. When he realized the situation was getting a little escalated, he tried to calm it down and raise up out. Takeoff thinking the situation is diffused. He's still there. And then all of a sudden, cats come back and you catch a couple of hot ones. It's sad. It's fucked up. It's the end of the Migos. I don't care what nobody say. You can't replace him, first of all, because the Migos were family.
I don't think you should try to.
You shouldn't try to replace him. And we had already seen that Offset was over here doing his own thing, and Quavo eventually was going to blow up and do his own thing. Now, through all of this, one of the weirdest things happened, and I'm confused as to why it happened. Designer decided to quit rapping because being a rapper is not safe.
Yo, when I saw that was one of those things where I was like, I looked at my phone, I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. Who asked you anything, fam? Like,
and I don't mean to disrespect, dog.
I do though.
I get it, dog. You've seen some things, and this was probably the last straw. But as your career, like, you did Panda, and which as good as it was, your mentor Kanye took it and flipped it and made it better to the point most of us don't even listen to the original no more. We just listen to Kanye's version.
You're not wrong.
I'm just saying.
He ain't had anybody asked Designer anything.
But the fact that bro decided to get on the mic and says, "Hey man, I'm done with rap."
But hey, if he quit rapping, that's good.
But here's my thing: what else have you done outside of Panda that you quitting is as a blow to hip hop?
It's not.
And that's where I'm getting. That's where I'm getting at, bro. You could have just not did anything.
This is not a blow to hip hop.
You could have just canceled your last few tour dates.
Which you didn't have.
Which you didn't have. Just say, I need to take a mental health break, sat back, chill, popped up in a couple of movies, and then maybe if you decided to do music again, you can. or if you never decide to do music ever again, we would not have been upset at you, bro. It was just a simple fact that you
Announced it.
announced it.
Yeah,
And that made me be like,
okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at the like, oh, okay.
bro, you could have just stayed home.
But
uh,
the sad part about the internet, like when people die, is like somebody always say, well, he rich, he should have been there. But I'm like, things can happen anywhere at any time.
anywhere, anytime.
That's just like if we go to the fucking movies and somebody gets to shooting at the movies and one of us get hit, they be like, well, damn, man, y'all shouldn't have been at the movie. We was at the fucking movies.
Right.
That's one of the few places you expect to see fucking gunshots.
But in their mind, they'll be like, well, you should be rich. You should have your own movie theater at home. No, I'm not here because I want the experience. I want to go see Wakanda Forever with my people. I don't want to be in my basement with 6 people I'm sick of seeing all the damn time watching the movie. I want to go where everybody else is. I want to dress up. I want to be out in the public. I want to be Wakanda Forever. But no. But then niggas want to come and shoot up. You know what? I can't even say that. People. Because I think the last major theater shooting, it was white folks shooting up the club.
Yes.
So it just ain't safe for us, period.
It's just the world's not a safe place.
It's not a safe place, man. I'm sick of this mess.
It is what it is, man. Rest in peace, take off, man.
Hey, can Black Widow be Doja Cat? Just saying. Options.
You know what? The internet has been the internet for the past week, and I've seen a lot of things on the internet that so apparently Doja Cat just had a birthday party.
Great job on that.
It was the theme of, you ever seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut?
I did. I heard about that.
Everybody was saying that this was her initiation to the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's amazing how it is. The people still think the Illuminati is a thing.
Okay.
And even if it is a thing, the people that y'all be trying to put in the Illuminati is fucking wild.
It's not even that. Like, the fact that the secret society that everybody keeps referencing and the Illuminati are not the same thing.
And how do y'all know about the secret society? Apparently, it's a secret. If all of you motherfuckers know about it, it is not a secret.
Blame Jay-Z. Blame Captain America. Because what did he say, Juan?
It's a secret society. All we ask is trust.
No G-Money shit. All we got is us.
Which the people that know about it obviously not trustworthy because y'all keep spilling the beans.
My whole thing is, why is it that every single thing has... First of all, if people are initiating or sacrificing people to get to their level of fame, why do you care?
Right, they ain't kill you.
They're not affected. It's whatever they're doing in this secret society is not affecting you. And if it is affecting you, you can't prove it. Okay? Nobody should have anything to say about any secret society and any government takeover or anybody trying to manipulate the society when you will gladly jump on Instagram and do any one of these OMG games, because it's the same knowledge that you're thinking of is the same way that your face is everywhere because you won't stop posting fucking photos all the time. You are TikToking and doing every single crazy dance out here. So they basically know that you're mindless sheep. Because if I see one more chick do that stupid leg shake video, I'm burning it all down.
Your algorithms are nasty.
That's every time. And it just be in the FYP section. Just random. Like, I don't know you.
TikTok is it's an endless rabbit hole of nonsense.
No, there's some not. If you work hard, you can make your TikTok educational.
I mean, you could. But why would you want to?
Cause, hey, bro, have you been getting random text messages lately?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I hate election season.
No, not even the election ones, because I expect those. Okay, because whoever had my phone before me, name was Nicole, and it's always, hi Nicole, it's the Democratic Party who wants you. I get those all the time, but lately I've been getting random just I don't know. The numbers are not in my phone. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they from. It'll be like, hi. And I'll be like, hey, hello, are you Chuck? I'm Miko.
No,
No.
I don't get them kind of text messages.
Like, no, I made a mistake I shouldn't have made. Hope you don't mind. Get out my fucking phone. It'd be random people all the time, too. So it's not even the same. We're not always looking for Chuck. It just be random. I want to know where these are coming from and why they are here. Are people just randomly just throwing it out there? So, ooh, somebody responds. We can steal the information. Because one, you're wasting your time on me.
Fact.
You pure practice. Okay.
Said, bro, I'm broke.
Okay. I'm broke, bro.
I don't know what you gonna get, but it ain't what you think.
It's not what you thinking. But I keep getting it. They'll come like maybe once a day, different names, looking for different people. And I'm like, either A, this number been passed around like a motherfucker, or
they're looking for Chuck.
Well, this time they're looking for Chuck. The other day was looking for Bethany.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, bro. That's how we got here.
But
my fault, Jennifer. Because it was like Jennifer. I was like, no. Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you. I think it's a beautiful misunderstanding. I always like to make new friends. My name is Alicia. Can I know your name? No.
I don't know, man. So are you voting?
Yes.
On Tuesday?
Yes.
Are you voting for Mandela Barnes?
Don't talk about who I'm voting for.
Ron Johnson?
I'm not telling you who I'm voting for. Honestly, bro, I don't know who to vote for. And it's the sad part. Because we've been bombarded with commercials after commercials.
Right.
After commercials.
And if you ask me, if these are our only two options to vote for, none of these niggas is shit.
Right. Based on how they tell you.
They're really terrible.
Somebody got a whole entire business where the women at the jobs are getting molested.
Man, I was like, what the fuck? And this is the nigga that's in office? Like, wait a minute.
You got a business and the women are getting molested. And what? Why is he not?
This is not Ron Johnson's America.
Like, whoa.
What does your America look like, sir?
Like, dog. First of all, how deep in the back files did you dig?
I don't know.
But once again, I don't know who to vote for because all you niggas sound scummy.
Well, Mandela Barnes doesn't pay his taxes.
A lot of us don't pay our taxes.
And if I had to pick a reason why I wouldn't vote for him, like I said on another show, I didn't like how he was making that peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
But that's not a way not to put a man in office, though.
I don't like how he made the sandwich. I can't trust him.
That you can't do that because we never seen his opponent make a sandwich. They could probably use eggs and mine eggs.
For peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
They may not even use peanut butter, bro. They may use almond butter.
I mean, that's high class.
Then that means you can't relate to me.
Almond butter is trash, though.
See, you trust his taste bud.
If you use almond butter, trash. But I will respect him if he can properly make the sandwich.
In his defense, that peanut butter could have been cold peanut butter.
Mandela Barnes always saying in these fucking commercials,
could have been cold peanut butter.
His mother was a teacher and his daddy worked third shift. How the fuck you not know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if this is how you grew up? You were a latchkey kid. Nobody was fucking home when you got there. How you don't know how to make a sandwich?
Because he came from a family that kept Lunchables in the fridge.
See, I can't relate to him. I didn't have no Lunchables.
You had bologna in the fridge?
I did have bologna.
He made bologna sandwiches.
I did fried bologna sandwiches.
See, he made pop the bubble in the middle. Maybe that's where. Maybe that would have been too niggerish, which is why they didn't go there.
Why is that not on the menu anywhere?
Who is going to buy that?
I feel like
you telling me you want to pay these inflated prices
for fried bologna sandwich?
Thank you, my guy.
I feel like if you could dress it up, I will buy a fried bologna.
How do you dress up a fried bologna sandwich?
I don't. You asking me questions I really had an answer to.
I didn't shut up because ain't nobody putting that on the menu.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what's acceptable to eat on a bologna sandwich?
Cheese.
Okay, so we start there. You put some cheese, but I feel like if it's gourmet, we gotta get fancy cheese. So
I'm not wasting. No, same cheese.
Cheddar.
I don't. No, we not fucking. No, stop fucking up with sandwiches, bro. What the hell?
So I feel like you fry the bologna, right? Then you would take your mayonnaise because most people like mayonnaise on their sandwich.
Yeah, people.
Me personally, no. Give me like lettuce and tomato with a fried bologna. I'll fuck it up. But yeah, so you get the fried bologna, and then you get you some American cheese, some mayonnaise, and then once you fry the bologna and you make the sandwich, you dip it and then you make it into like a grilled cheese sandwich.
You're doing too much.
But I'm saying, if a nigga was selling that, motherfuckers will buy it. If you fuck with fried bologna and grilled cheese.
You're right.
I'm just saying. Why is fried bologna not on any of these niggas' menus?
Because ain't nobody finna pay top dollars.
Don't nobody know how to perfect the fried bologna sandwich. That's why ain't nobody trying to pay top dollar.
You telling me you're gonna go to a restaurant and they have fried bologna on the menu and you gonna be like, let me get that.
I would see.
Meanwhile, your chick is ordering the filet mignon, but you gonna order a fried bologna.
I mean,
I'm not gonna yell.
It's not gonna be at a gourmet restaurant. It could be like at a food truck.
Nigga, I am not going to a food truck to get a fried bologna sandwich.
All right.
If you don't make that shit at your own house like God intended it.
I don't think God intended for us to make fried bologna sandwiches. But have you seen the fucking lottery?
Ain't it up to $1 billion again?
The lottery is at $1.5 billion right now.
I'm not going to
That is all my co-workers been talking about for the last 7 days.
Well, it's actually too late for us to play now. I would play.
Well, ain't nobody going to win.
They might win. Somebody won
no
the
one's
Billy.
Gonna win.
Somebody won the Billy last time.
Ain't nobody winning. But imagine, what would you do with $1 billion, Tom?
All right. So, Pete.
That is more money that I could probably spend in my life.
And you're right. But that's the problem because most people with $1 billion only think about spending it. That's what's wrong with Negroes. We got to stop spending every goddamn thing.
Okay, what would you invest in? Because not all investments going to fucking flourish.
They see that's just it. Not every. That's why you're supposed to be smart, and you look at what's already profitable at the moment. Sometimes dumping a little money in something that's already good makes you feel good, makes it look good. So first of all, because I'm a businessman myself, TDR would be a completely different thing. It would be a television station. It would be a media outlet. I would get every black podcast in the neighborhood, and we'll be all under one roof. You ever watch Everything's Trash?
No.
Okay. We got some free time. Go to Hulu. Just watch a couple episodes. It's a wild-ass show, but the basis is two chicks who own a podcast work for a podcast network. That's the background story. There's a lot of other fucked up shit in there, but it's pretty interesting. It made me look at podcasting from this side of the coin a little bit differently. So definitely do that, okay? That way, if you were already TDR to begin with, you don't got to pay. If you were not TDR, we're going to work out a different financial plan for you, okay? Then, I hate our hood. Remember, I got $1 billion, bro. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I am going, number one, Hopkins, Fond du Lac is getting redid. I might shut that shit down and just eliminate both of them altogether.
Hey, you should really redo North Avenue, too.
I might take North Avenue on, but I'm definitely finding a place to put them damn hoes at to get them off the street. I'm sick of them.
Speaking of hoes.
Oh, shit.
It's a dude running for office in New York. I think his name is like Mike Ick or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And the nigga's trying to like advocate for sex workers and legalize it, apparently.
Okay, and that's good.
How he did it though was a little.
I think we talked about this.
A little risque.
We talked about this in the parking lot. So what did he do?
My nigga made a porno.
Is it really bad?
I didn't watch it.
No. What I'm saying is, but is doing that really bad?
Thought bad?
I don't think the thought's bad. Did you not forget a couple of elections ago we had strippers to the poll?
I don't think the thought is bad, but the thought is fucking crazy.
Look, fam.
Like sometimes you don't got to jump out the window.
Look, fam. If you don't jump out the window, your opponent's gonna lie and make you sound like you did. So you might as well. At least you can own up to that. People respect honesty. Somebody would get my vote if they honestly told me what they were gonna do.
Tom, if you wanted to make a porno about legalizing sex work, how what does this look like?
You get some of the most famous sex workers to be in this porno with you.
I mean, what is the speech about making sex work legal?
It's a regular job like everybody else.
Okay, I'll follow you so far.
It is. Like,
do you think they should have health benefits?
Most definitely, bro. It's a
risky business.
It's a risky business. Think about it, dog. Who's your favorite stripper? Just think of one. It doesn't matter. It can be local or famous.
I don't really have one, but I'm
Okay, you
following.
watch P Valley.
I do.
Let's just go with Mississippi.
Okay.
Okay, let's say Mississippi out here. She doing her thing, you know, making that pole work, be that pole work. All of a sudden, she slip and fall. She busts her shoulder. Okay,
She can't work.
can't work. That shoulder is very important. You can't twerk everywhere.
This is true.
Okay, why shouldn't she be allowed health care? Because it was an occupational hazard, right?
She got hurt on the job.
Got hurt on the job. Why shouldn't she?
Workman's comp?
Something like that should be allowed to have that too.
Yeah. But is a stripper technically a sex worker?
It is. Let Mimi
That's-
tell you.
That's sex work? I can see that.
Are you not using your body to make money?
Okay, I follow you.
Intercourse does not always have to be considered sex work.
Okay. Loophole.
You know what I'm saying. And even if you are one who lays on your back or your side or get on top, whatever you do is your business.
From the side.
Whatever, for like a burger. Those are still hazards as well, too. Those are still hazards. What if the guy is handling business, right? And his in and out game is strong, but he go out a little bit too far. And then when he tries to go back in, kind of breaks to the left. Is he not entitled to some health care?
Because he broke his dick.
He broke his dick.
Yeah.
All right. Now, why should they not be allowed to have health benefits like everybody else?
I don't know why they shouldn't be allowed.
Exactly. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you work a job, whatever it is, 9 to 5, 5 to 9, on your back, on your feet, whatever, there should be healthcare.
So you like an independent contractor at this thing?
You are most definitely an independent contractor. That's exactly what you are.
Okay. How do you provide health insurance for an independent party?
You go get private insurance. Like you actually go to insurance companies and you get their insurance.
So they don't think your job is like a liability?
They don't think your job qualifies in most cases.
But if it did qualify, they wouldn't look at you like a liability?
No. Because and that's the thing that they need to do about insurance, period.
Pre-medicated?
No. Preconditioned, something. Basically, if you've already had the ailment before you apply for the insurance, most insurance companies won't cover it.
Okay.
So let's say if I had cancer, it went dormant and then it came back. But between the time frame I got diagnosed with cancer over here, but then I left that company and I came to your company because you have better rates, but you find out that I had cancer before. Now I need to go get cancer treatments. You're not going to cover me.
I think that's one of the reasons why most people get jobs.
Most people get jobs for insurance because it's automatically taken out. Plus, you get jobs because you got to have money somehow, right? That's where the $1 billion come into play.
What?
Give me $1 billion. All my families will have the best health care you can have. And I expect everybody to go to the doctor at least once a month, no matter what it is. Women go 3 times a month.
Yeah.
Because y'all got multiple different reasons. Y'all got to go to the doctor.
Somebody asked me would I take care of my family if I won $1 billion.
By definition, you kind of got to, bro.
Some people, yes.
Family is who you choose. Just
Right.
because blood don't mean they count.
Yeah, there's a few people. If you see me on the news getting $1 billion check, do not call me. You didn't know me before.
How far will you go? So let's say you won the $1 billion.
Okay.
Is effing me taken care of?
Yeah, good. Okay. I told somebody, I was like, I will go somewhere and I will buy like some land.
That was on my plan too.
And I will make like my own little mini compound.
And that's what I said too. I will make a little complex. So
and all of the people, like I would build like a little cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So it's like our little gated community. And I will move all of my important people over there. You don't have to live in the house with me, but I'll build you a house. Whatever you want inside of it, we'll do that. You all be taken care of. Everything in the house be paid for.
I definitely said me and Teresa and the girls, Teresa's mom, her 2 sisters, my mom's, 5 main houses on this block. Okay. Because these are everybody that's there for the girls. Because I'm not doing this for the family. I'm doing this for the girls. Okay. Girls will automatically have $3 million trust funds that they can't touch till they're 21. Because I want them to be able to still go through life like normal, but work their way up to it. Just because I got $1 billion don't mean I got to spend all of it this lifetime.
We got $1 billion, bro. Ain't no way we could be normal.
You
Ain't
right.
No
you right.
Way.
But that don't mean I gotta try to keep you as grounded. Dog, just because I got money to go buy you the latest and greatest iPad don't mean you're supposed to get one every single time it come out.
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
I'm a billionaire. Why not?
Because, fam, what you gonna do? Here's the requirement I tell them. Everything you get, you have to give away the old.
Why?
You have to learn value because I have the newest iPad, right?
Right.
Okay. Just because another one comes out 1 year later, which it always does, ain't nothing wrong with this iPad. This iPad's still good for another 3 years based on Apple's technology, right? Because all it is software updates. Yeah. Nobody uses their iPad to take photos.
No.
Okay.
I've never seen a motherfucker take a selfie with an iPad.
Right. It's always
if you are taking a selfie with an iPad, you're a different kind of person.
Or you using it as like a second camera or some shit like that.
So what are you trying to teach these people?
I'm trying to teach these kids just because you got money don't mean you're supposed to burn everything. That's part of the problem with white folks now.
I feel like when you rich, it's hard to teach kids the value of what it takes to get here because they're already here.
And that's, you know what the problem is with that? Is they try to teach that to them when they go from 18 to 24. Because that's when mommy and daddy cuts off their money and makes them go live in the world, but never taught them how to live in the world. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like you go from I can get whatever I want for over here at any given time to, oh, now I got to go live in some rat-infested house. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do because you never gave me life skills.
I just feel
I just want you to have life skills, but not have to be poor. Like, if you go in the hood, know how to be a nigga, but don't be a nigga.
I just feel like if I had a kid,
okay,
and I want $1 billion, like, first of all, I want it. I didn't work for it. I didn't hustle.
You worked hard as fuck up until the fact you won it, so you know what winning feels like. So don't knock yourself there.
I'm just saying, but it's like me trying to tell you, it's like, hey, you need to have core values. You need to work hard. You didn't work hard, fam. You had to go to work.
You had to work hard up until this point. My girls have been here for a minimum of 9 and 7 years. Okay. So at least this amount of time, you have to deal with each other. You have to, they spoiled anyway. So I don't even know if we got more money would change the way they act. They just act like that, period. Okay. We broke as fuck and they still act like that. It just means that they can't have no argument when they get older. But I still try to instill them why you have to do this and why, like they have cell phones right now, right?
Aziza said we need to read the comments.
Ain't no comments showing up. Next time, Aziza, just come and join the show.
She ain't here.
You act like she can't just video chat in, nigga. Oh,
she said on YouTube.
Oh, yes, that's different. Yeah. Hey, Ziza. I'm not saying yes once because that's childish. But for any of the guys who are watching, because I see through you people there, if you want to comment, go to YouTube and follow along with us. That is Death Fresh Show on YouTube.
Yeah, but like $1 billion, fam. I would probably do something like sneaker related. That would be how I give back.
How in depth are you going with this, though?
What you talking about?
With your sneaker related shit? Because I know. Okay, let me not sit here and act like I just got this whole game plan. I'm gonna tell you up front. I have $1 billion. I'm blowing 2 on bullshit off top.
Oh, for sure.
Off top.
But I feel like me blowing them. Like I'm just gonna live life. Like
you gonna blow $2 million off top, and your $2 million off top is gonna be giving money to people just because you fuck with them tough. Going out here buying shit you can't have, getting that big ass fucking crib for no reason. You gonna do some dumb shit for your first $2 million.
I would do shit like if we so happen to just be like we stop at McDonald's
and buy everybody
and
food.
Then like whoever's in here buying food, like if it's 10 people in here, everything on me.
See, and that's just gonna be a drop in the bucket.
Okay? Right, but I'm saying, but like that's the type of shit I would do because I think that kind of shit is cool.
It's cool. Me, I probably would like go downtown and pay every black person's parking tickets.
Like, yeah, like I would just do shit like that. Or like if I was to go to Foot Locker to pick up a pair of shoes, which I rarely do because I don't shop in store. But if I was to go in store, I'm like, oh, what all y'all getting? It's on me, you know. So whoever's in the store, I'll buy y'all kicks.
That's because you got to build. You might do that once or twice, but that's it. You're not going to do it every single time.
Oh no, like shit like that. That's a once in a
I'll tell you one
thing
I know you would do. There's 9 times out of 10 a pair of shoes at your current living status that you'll say, I will never pay that for them shoes.
And I will buy them.
You are buying them shoes.
Oh, for sure. I was looking at a pair of Jordans today. I was like, I can't do 500.
Right. And see, to you, 500 ain't. I don't get 2 of them.
Yeah, right. 500. Give me 2. I have $1 billion. Give me 3. Give me 3.
But you know, like you gotta.
Or like I would do like a school shoe drive. Now that's something I could do every year. Cause I know that's hard to come by and kids be wanting to fly shoes and shit.
Right.
So like every year and for like the start of the school year,
you do something.
I get everybody some shoes.
Now you think about it is the great thing about like even though you're gonna do some dumb shit for a couple of times, shit like that becomes tax write-offs.
Facts.
So you get protected. That's why I said in the beginning, like when we first talked about it, I was talking about like redoing certain areas of the city or investing in businesses that are already sustainable or creating funds to help small businesses. All these different things that I've been seeing that needs more support to, I would definitely give into that because I know for a fact it's going to come back on the back end. But like Aziza said, 9 out of 10, the minute they tell you win the lottery, I'm immediately getting a financial advisor and an accountant.
Soon as they be like, you won, bro. It's 100 G's has already been spent in my head.
Of course, because niggas got Nick. But
give me a driver too.
Nice.
Somebody drive me around.
Well, just learn how to drive, bro.
I could.
Just get a custom-made car that fits your size perfectly.
Sound like I gotta spend more money. I might as well just get a fucking driver.
No, because no.
Why not get a driver?
No one. What does this driver do when you don't want to go nowhere? They just sit there.
Yeah, because most of the demo, he gonna be a relative.
You don't have Unc driving you around.
I got a fucking $1 billion. What are you gonna say? He'll be like, nah, your family's taken care of, nigga.
It's got to be an old nigga because ain't no young nigga just gonna want to be a driver all day.
I got a cousin that'll do that shit on God.
We already said that, Aziza. We already said trust funds would be set up. We are talking about the niggerdom side of it. We talking about pulling up to our friend's house with 10 duffel bags of $10,000 each and give it to each one of our friends to let them go out there and live their best life.
Right. See, Aziza is speaking from.
She's speaking from the
from a logical standpoint,
which you should.
Right. But upon first glance, upon handing me a check,
right,
or upon sitting in this office and you telling me how this payout works, where you be like, well,
are you taking it all at one time or are you taking the payout? Because you take it all at once, you lose in about about 40% of it.
Yeah, white people been on that. They was like, yeah, even if you take the payout, it's still like, I think he said it's like $700 or some odd $1 million.
Are you taking it?
What? That's still a lot of fucking. That's still more money that I could probably spend before I die,
bruh. They're gonna tax the fuck out of you every year on that. That's why you got to trust fund. But you know what? You'll be in that upper 5%, so you may get them tax cut that Ron Johnson gonna be talking about.
see now that $1 billion make it. Here's another question. Where the fuck?
I'm Republican ASAP.
Where the fuck do we get all this money for niggas in the lottery, but y'all can't go feed people?
You do know that the lottery money actually comes from the niggas playing the lottery, right?
Oh, so this is like one hand washing the other.
Every time people
this
go
many
out
people
buy,
playing the lottery,
every time
that
people
we
go out and buy the lottery, and that shit just keep rolling over because it's countrywide. It's not just only in our area.
Tom.
So
that many people in the world is playing the lottery that is $1 billion.
Juan, do you know there's 3 billion people in the United States alone, right?
Yes.
So all it takes, we just said 1 billion. That means only a third of them went to go play, but niggas don't just play one time, right? They be buying $20, $50, $100 worth of tickets, right?
I heard niggas was mad that Donald Trump was trying to get in on these $1 billion.
Because he had $1 billion
I
already.
mean, but shit, why y'all mad at him?
I'm not mad at
Play the
him.
lottery like everybody else.
I'm not mad, but what if he won while being the president?
I mean, is you really
What
mad?
if he won?
It's random drawing. It's not
Is
like
it?
it's not like you rigged it.
Is it really?
How much money could you really give me to rig $1 billion drawing?
If I'm getting $1 billion, why would I give you $1 million?
You just want $1 billion. You got to give me more than that. And I fixed it.
Did you have $1 million before?
I did not.
Actually, you better shut the fuck up,
But
then.
could I go to jail for this?
Of course you can.
Oh, well, I'm going to need more than $1 million.
You can only go to jail if you tell.
Somebody else might snitch.
All you got to do is create a foundation helping some poor little Somalian kid who we don't know and have us donate to that fund.
Is that what the NAACP is?
Dude, shut up, Juan.
I'm just asking.
Nope. Pick another organization.
That-
Pick another organization.
I
No.
can't ask that.
Nope, not the black folks. Do any other organization. There are a million white organizations for stupid reasons. And you pick nope.
I'm just asking. Are
Not them.
niggas stealing?
Nope, they're not. They ain't got no money, bro. They can't be stealing.
I mean, because the Black Lives Matters niggas living in the mansion,
That's different.
and they definitely stealing.
That's different.
But they're black.
All they did was took something, trademarked it, LLC a business. No one told people to donate money to it. People chose to because white guilt. That is not their fault. They did not steal nothing. White guilt got them a mansion.
So was it only white people donating to this cause? 'Cause I don't feel like it was only white people. I feel like they got some niggas too.
And niggas know who to donate to. See, that's the difference.
That's why I don't donate.
That's the difference. You see, black folks, when the hurricane hits, they'll go find who's affected and donate there. White folks donate to Red Cross because they don't know where that money goes.
I don't know where any of the money goes that they always asking us to donate.
Exactly. Every year, like clockwork, Red Cross is asking for somebody's money, and we give it to them willingly to get an extra day of vacation. We don't know where that money goes.
Do you donate?
Yes.
No, I'm dead ass.
Yes.
So what do you donate to?
Well, the last job at BMO Harris, they let us specifically pick organizations. So I narrowed it down here to Wisconsin. So I did the Milwaukee Tech club thingy. I can't even remember it. I did Sherman Phoenix because, nigga,
You live here?
This is where I live at, bro. It's money coming back to me. Why not? Okay. And then I think I did MPS schools. I mean, that money ain't never gonna go nowhere.
So,
but
like, what's the most you donate?
in an individual donation,
Yeah,
just out the blue.
you just get like $5-10.
Oh,
you big donator?
I did 250 before
Oh, you real?
because the organization it was going to, I knew you.
Well, I feel like if
you need 250.
if you believe in something, I would.
Yeah, like if you believe in it. Like I think it was one of like arts program. I think I dropped 250 on the arts program.
Oh yeah, shout out to the people who like to paint.
More than just paint, fam.
I want to paint.
They paint.
Okay,
I mean, Vibes just opened up their second location over there in Bayshore. Go check them out. See how we did that there?
boom.
That's how you plug.
So there's rap beef among us.
Who cares?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know Cardi B was beefing with the City Girls. It's amazing.
Niggerdom at its finest.
And Nicki Minaj still hate Lotto.
Nicki Minaj started 97% of all these rap women beef.
Why is it Nicki's fault?
Bruh, name me one female rap beef before Nicki hit the game. Don't worry, I'll wait.
I'll wait too, because I don't really know.
Exact, because they didn't.
Well, I don't know. When they beefing with Roxanne Shante?
Roxanne Shante was beefing with UTFO because they made a song called Roxanne, She's a Man. So that was Shantae's way of coming out and basically spitting fire on niggas. It wasn't personal. But anybody who knows about that, the Roxanne beef was like, it was like the Millie beat in so many words, where everybody just jumped on it to be jumping on it just to make a name.
Roxanne.
She just had the best bars out of everybody that did it.
But yeah, there was really no female hip hop beef.
No, because they didn't. You want to know why? Because they were uniting. They were working together. they were trying to stick it to the man in the music industry because they were getting fucked over. But now, Nikki gets with a club that just makes a lot of money, and now she's out here just highly upset because there may or may not be a better female rapper out there than her.
Yo, Nicki's terrible.
And it went downhill from there.
She's not terrible, but she's not making good music right now.
She is a pop star who happens to have a good flow and a great writer.
Yo, are the Bucks still undefeated?
Yes, they are. Last time I checked, they were 8-0, my guy.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
You know who else is undefeated?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to the Eagles.
So if your team wears green, you're good to go right now.
So,
well, most.
I asked my coworkers at work because every now and again we talk sports. I mean, all of them big fantasy football people, like they play fantasy.
I can't get into fantasy football.
And I asked them, I was like, so who y'all think win the Super Bowl? And a lot of people think the Eagles will be there at the end.
I agree with them.
I would like to see the Eagles do it. I think that'll be good. Because I don't really, especially in the NFC, I don't really see nobody that can fuck with them right now.
I don't really. You want to hear something funny about me, Doug? I really don't care about sports. I just have one or two teams that I follow,
right?
And that's all I care about.
Right. And if they
I don't know what the divisions be looking like. I don't know who be on what team. I just follow people. It be people getting traded left and right, and I'd be like, "Oh, we're good for them."
So you just know that you're an Eagles fan and y'all got a black quarterback.
Works for me so far.
That's about as far as it goes.
I mean, I know people on my team. I know we be out there kicking ass, and I know like the people who get added to the team. But like, I don't when we
get the sports world in general.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sitting there.
I feel you.
I have the NBA League Pass, and I'm just now learning about niggas y'all been talking about for 2 years.
Who did you just learn about?
Oh, I really just got into Luka.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
I would think you would be a Luka fan. He got like the perfect old man game to be like 23 years old.
I've not really been a big Luka fan, even though 94 Feet they talked so much about dog last season.
Luka definitely the second coming of Larry Bird. Like he the most unathletic white boy, but be killing niggas.
But it was just like I'm sitting here like, oh, this is what y'all going crazy about. Who else?
Have you like since you got in, have you watched him play though? Have you watched this game?
I got the league pass, so I was watching him the other day, and it's boring, bro. Like I don't know.
Oh,
some games I just can't watch because like when you watch them on the league pass, they won't give you like if they're not televised, they won't give you the announced team that goes with it. They'll just give you the arena sound.
Yes.
And it just be like, I can't get into this. Turn their mics up or something. Like,
right, let me hear what they should start miking up certain players.
Miking up players like
wrestling. I would like to hear like a nigga just who be out there cooking, talking shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get the trash talking. I want to hear the play call. It just all you hear is just squeaking. Like, and the girls came in the room one day and they was like, "Daddy, what's all that noise going on?" I was like, "That's their shoes on the gym floor." It's like, that's terrible. You like watching this? Like, yeah, right now I don't because it's boring. I mean, people talk. Having the league pass is actually pretty cool, dog, because you get to watch games that you probably wouldn't care about. That's how I've been keeping up with my Knicks,
who aren't doing too bad.
They ain't doing bad and they ain't doing good. Last time I checked, they were 4-4.
4-4?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's not bad.
They dropped a few. Up 4-5. I'm sorry. The Celtics just bust their ass by 20.
I mean, they did lose to the Bucks too.
I mean, that don't count though.
Why does that not count?
Because the Bucks are on a fucking roll.
So since we talking about the NBA, how do you feel about Kyrie Irving?
What happened? And that's what it was. I knew it was something I wanted to talk about with you and who was supposed to be our guest. What happened with this Kyrie Irving situation?
Well, I haven't been following it like in depth, but apparently Kyrie posted something to his Twitter that might have been deemed as anti-Semitic.
What is an anti-Semitic this day and age?
I guess he was trying to argue the point of that he wasn't really promoting it. But I guess in some respects, anytime you share something from your personal page, it may look like promotion to a degree.
See?
So like even if You just shared for the thought of a talking point, like this is stupid and I don't agree with it. You shared it. So now you pumping it
So
out to
he
your
endorsed
platform.
an anti-Semitic movie.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not mad at Jewish people for wanting to go to war over anything and everything that they feel is said about the Jewish community. Okay. I am upset that why can't black folks get the same kind of rebel rousing going on? Like every time we turn around, there's some type of TV show or movie or something depicting us as slaves. Every time we turn around, there's some black exploitation or some felonious storyline that's created in regards to the black characters on movies and TV shows. But we're quiet. We don't say nothing. We don't speak up on it. We don't argue and demand, repercussions and anything in regards to it. But the minute someone says, hey, there's this Jewish movie that came out that's not the Schindler's List, you need to check it out. And we're automatically crucified like they did Jesus.
You saying that we shouldn't be crucified?
No, what I'm saying is, why is it that they are allowed to always? Because not only are they mad at him about that he got 5 game suspension, they turn around and want him to do all some extra shit. Like he got to go to sensitivity training. He got to give a verbal apology. And he got to do all this before he's even allowed to return. So not only do you get suspended for your 5 games, you still got to do a verbal apology and you got to go to sensitivity training. What about sensitivity training for us? Like, I get it. At the current moment in time, Kyrie has been like literally the focal point of attack since my dog didn't want to get a COVID shot.
Kyrie a different kind of nigga.
Hey, to me, dog, he's not a different kind of nigga. He's a nigga who realized, like, yo, I don't have to do what you telling me to do, bruh.
You don't want to get the COVID shot. That's understandable. You do whatever you want. You don't have to. But if your job is telling you that this is a mandate to work here, then you have to do some thinking about it. Are your beliefs strong enough to sacrifice your job? Because at the end of the day, the NBA is what? It's a job. So our course of action is if we get everybody to get this vaccine, it's going to keep us somewhat safe. Because right now we don't really understand. We're just coming out this pandemic. We finna open the doors back up. We finna start letting people back in these buildings. We need to take the best measures to be as safe as possible. So if the NBA feels that all of the players need to be vaccinated in order for you to get on the court, then that's what your job asked you to do. It's not about what's right or wrong. It's about what your job asks you to do. Now, if you want to take it to a stance of, well, this is what I believe in, then like Colin Kaepernick, you got to be willing to sacrifice for what you believe in. So if you believe that you don't need this COVID shot or you don't want to get it, then you are willing to sacrifice playing basketball. Am I right? Am I wrong?
True. And that's why he sat out like he did. Okay. If you think about it, Kyrie sat out. They changed the rules about COVID.
I don't know. His job is very lucrative. I don't know if he should just be out here saying.
Sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes he's sitting okay. Sometimes he's sitting in a good place where it don't even matter. Sometimes saying what needs to be said.
I really feel like Kyrie do this shit because there's no direct consequence.
That's on them.
Like,
but he also said some. He also said some things that make sense. So when they was getting on him, they asked him like some questions, like was his action hurting people? He said, "I think I can ask a better question. Where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors were buried in America? Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid, learning about traumatic events of my familiar history and what I'm proud to come from?" He also said, "I'm a human being that is 30 years old. I've been growing up in a country that told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and that I come from people that aren't meant to be treated the way we're treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities. I'm just here to continue to expose things. So basically, in so many words, he knows what he's doing. He knows the consequences of what he's doing, and he's standing on what he's saying. See, you do know that they're saying that the Pfizer vaccination wasn't actually effective. Bro, we still live in a day and age where they don't even know if COVID was real or not.
I don't think
Okay.
any of this shit is effective.
I don't think I don't think none of it's effective, because anybody who knows anything about vaccination, it takes a while for you to actually figure it out. You have to have it. You have to test for it. You have to isolate the problem. You have to create a vaccination in regards to it. They have to give you a small dosage of it to make your body get immune to it. So basically, you getting COVID is actually better for you than taking the vaccination that was given out, because your body was able to learn how to react to it.
Yeah, because I got a vaccine and I still got COVID.
Right. And COVID only, and the people who are dying from COVID related symptoms, one, I think there's a lot of people just dying, period, and they just labeled it COVID related symptoms to increase the numbers, because I think they were given funding for COVID related situations. So you could die from a bullet shot wound, but we'll say you had COVID first.
The world is a scam, man.
Okay. So there was a lot of people. Then you got old people. Think about it. If old people get pneumonia, some of them will die. COVID fell under that same category as the flu and pneumonia. Some of them old people were going to die anyway. I hate to say it. You had weak immune system. You lived a good life. Get up out of here, cuz. We'll pray for you.
What is that going to do?
Maybe you'll come back again. Because, there's still a debate that, when you die, you really just coming back out the pussy.
As what?
As a new human being.
Is that what the bright light is for?
That's what you said. It made sense, so I ran with it.
Okay, that's cool.
So why pump yourself full of something that's creators aren't sure about? Your body's your choice. Yes, Aziza, your body is your choice. Because her body is her choice.
Because niggas still out here having raw sex, so I guess it's all I'm saying.
I don't even want to get on that.
Because if you niggas was like, no, we ain't taking the vaccine, but you don't wear condoms and you eat McDonald's and you don't know what's in McDonald's. So
97% of people who publicly fought. Okay. Now there's those who are smart. It was like, I don't trust it. I'm gonna wait a few turns. I'm gonna see what it does. Just skip it.
So I gotta see what happened.
Hey, I'm one of them people. Like,
you're not wrong.
Teresa was too. Teresa didn't. Teresa is a nurse. Do you know she did not get the vaccination until her job made her get it?
Understandable.
Because that's when they made the mandate that all nurses need to be vaccinated in order to continue to work.
And Teresa, she was like, I kind of like this job.
Well,
because she could have stood down and was like, nah.
She was gonna stand over until she said, I'm just gonna wait till they mandate it. When I was at BMO Harris, they were just sending us a COVID test home. We just had to test ourselves every 3 days before we came back into the office, and until we worked from home. And then when we worked from home, it didn't matter. You could have COVID. I had a whole supervisor that had COVID, and she was still working because she was working from home. Another reason why I had to get the fuck up out of there.
If Kyrie would have just,
I don't see nothing wrong with
what he's doing.
Kyrie is doing.
What he's doing now may not be wrong, but it's all the other shit that you did beforehand, which was fucking egregious. So now when you might actually be standing up for something and you might be making some sense, because you're the type of nigga that said, well, I think the earth is flat type shit. Motherfuckers ain't trying to hear what you're saying. Kind of like Kanye. Like if you listen to a Kanye interview, Kanye will make like 3 or 4 valid points. You'll be like, okay, I can rock with that. And then he'll go like way off the grid and like the middle of the topic. He'd be like, I was with you, and then you was like, yeah, nigga died from fentanyl. They wasn't really standing on his neck. Like, all right, bro. We saw a whole autopsy that said he died from like asphyxiation. What are you saying to us? See, that's the type of shit.
See, my thing is this. He shared a documentary that contains some false anti-Semitic statements, narrative, and language that was untrue and offensive to the Jewish race and religion, right?
Well, niggas been having a hard on for Jews lately. Like,
no.
Why do niggas hate Jews so much?
And I don't think it's they hate Jews. I think Jews is doing what black people don't do.
stand up for themselves.
Exactly.
So how
Jews jump out the window every single time something is said that they know is not true,
or that they don't like. So how can we, I don't think we should be
so
mad at Jews.
I don't think that people are,
or Jewish people. Let's
I
not call
don't
them
think
Jews.
that, first of all, Kyrie apologized, but he apologized.
Yes, they actually think the earth is flat. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that think that.
He apologized for posting a document that contained falseness in it. Okay.
Oh, he said he was sorry.
He said he was sorry for posting a document that had falsehoods in it. That's all he said. He didn't apologize for how he felt. He didn't apologize for where he stand. He didn't apologize how he viewed the world. All he said was, "Yo, I'm sorry. I did not know this document had lies in it. I apologize for posting it. My bad." To sum it up in a nutshell. Can you forgive me for my mistake? It's human error. But everybody else got on him about, oh, you hate Jews and this and that. And like, you need to burn it. Like, oh my God, calm down. It's not that serious. I have no problem with Jewish people.
I don't even know any.
You probably do and don't realize they're Jewish, believe it or not.
Quite possible.
And they're like, for real, because I've noticed this about Jewish people. If you don't live in a Jewish community and catch them on their way to church, when they got on their religious robes, most Jewish people, you won't know they're Jewish until they tell you either A, their last name, or B, that they're Jewish.
Nigga's last name be like Derfenschmitz.
Ski.
Ski.
They end with ski. S-K-I.
Janikowski.
You see?
Lebowski.
It's probably somebody Jewish. But at the same time,
Klaczynski.
He's out here trying to find, he's seeking the truth. I don't call it false because Jewish people may or may not be the actual Semites.
She space out the word Jewish?
She had to.
the shit you cannot say on the internet is crazy.
That's how we're gonna close out this episode. The shit you can't say on the internet. Because that's basically how we got here. Kyrie said something, the internet didn't like it. I guarantee you, if he just would have said that over somewhere else, or you say, hey, my guy, go check out this documentary. Look kind of good. He could have told his Jewish friends and they'd be like, hey, man, some of that shit's in there is not true, but I'll check it out.
Like when
they left it alone. But the internet, there's always, I feel like, dude, there are really people on the internet who wake up, okay, let me see if I can be on some bullshit today.
I feel like the way Kyrie answered questions, he's never lied to his girlfriend before.
Don't need to.
I'm just saying, like the way he be answering, like he ain't never lied on the job to his boss.
Don't need to.
Like, even if I don't mean it, if Adam Silver was like, hey, yo, Juan, you might gotta apologize. No sweat, bro. I'm used to giving out false apologies. How many times I've kicked Noah in our leg and just, yeah, bro, I didn't mean to do that. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I got you. That's my fault.
I mean, but
just gotta lie. If they'd be like, Juan, can you apologize? Hey, I'm very sorry. I didn't know that this was gonna upset y'all.
You don't attack shit that is an actual lie. I feel you. You just correcting the lie. All I'm saying is the internet is a wild place.
And we hang out there every day.
We are, first of all, this is a business that's based on the internet.
I'm not saying that we are wrong. I'm just saying we be like, and I use myself as an example, like, especially on my off days. I wake up at about 5 o'clock in the morning because I have to get baby K ready. Her bus comes at like
I'm trying to think what time the fuck I wake up.
So
it varies.
I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and
sorry to hear that.
To keep myself occupied, first thing I do is jump on the internet.
But we're programmed to do that. You know that, right?
But I'm saying though, like niggas will go check their phone before they wash their face and brush their teeth.
We are programmed to do that. Like we are programmed to grab our phones, open it up, look at 3 social medias, 1 text message, and our bank account.
Can you not describe my life?
I just described mine.
Because I definitely wake up, I check Facebook. If I have a notification from Twitter, I open Twitter. But that's very rare. But Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Mine's is Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Because there's people I talk to on Snapchat that I only talk to on Snapchat.
And then I check out my bank account, see where we sitting.
Even though I got their phone numbers, but we only talk on Snapchat because they respond quicker. I don't know why. Niggas be nigging.
That should be crazy. Like, I was just talking to you. here, and you respond faster here.
Mm-hmm. People do that.
Or I hate the kind of friends where like they'll bounce between talking to me in two different spots, but we still having a conversation.
Shout out to Wonder Woman because there was one day, it was one day we had four different conversations going on via three different apps. We had a text message going on. We had two separate Facebook, one in the DMs and one on the post. And then I think we had one on Instagram or whatever other photo app was big at the time when me and her was talking a lot. And they were all four different conversations, completely different conversations. But when it comes to the internet, dog, we are programmed. This whole block of generation is programmed that everything has to be on the internet.
Or it didn't happen.
Oh, or it didn't happen. Like right now, it's a time where so many women are jumping out with relationships now. And it's cool. No big deal. Like people are entitled to their happiness. But the whole 6 to 8 months prior to before this, no photos ever showed of you being with a dude. You never seem to be any places where you would have been on a date. You're always by yourself. You had some event with your friend. You're doing everything under the sun. Then all of a sudden, oh my God, he's the love of my life. I can't believe we've just made it a year. Where the fuck did he come from?
Everything don't have to be publicized.
It don't have to be publicized. And I'm not telling you to be publicized, but that's when people look at you. Then women are wondering like, oh, you guys can stay out my DMs. Why you want them out your DMs now? Because for the past year when you was with this dude, you never gave them any impression that there was a dude here that they shouldn't have been here. You know, like keep it a buck. Of course not. I don't give a damn.
I'm just saying.
I get bored easily. I'll talk to somebody. Hey, how you doing? What you got going on? 5-6 hours later. Okay. I'm done talking to you. I don't care. It takes a lot to keep my attention. Really, it does. But I just see it all the time. Then the notorious photos on dates where it's your plate, it's you. Who the fuck are you here with?
They eating by themselves.
They don't eat by themselves because they didn't even pay for that plate.
Nobody, you saying no woman eats by themselves? That what you're saying?
These particular women definitely are not by themselves. Okay, because you know how I know? Because 3 of them I specifically have seen out in public. And I've seen who the guy they was with on top of that. It's not my business to tell, so I don't give a damn. But stop posting photos of you by yourself when you know you're not by yourself.
Look, man, Tom, we are not here to be the
We're not here to judge.
We're not be the moral police.
I don't care. To my whole thing is
Chicks
if you're
like
gonna live on the internet, live on the internet.
Chicks like to date in private.
They like to date in private,
until
but yet
them telling you they got a boyfriend benefits though.
Right. That's basically what it is. They always sitting there waiting for the next upgrade.
So you saying hoes treat us like iPhones?
Yeah. Dating in 2020 is like an iPhone. You are only valuable to me until the next model comes out.
I feel like you're only as good as your software.
Facts. Put that on a t-shirt.
You're only as good as your software.
Only as good as your software, because everybody loves an iPhone until that update come out.
Man. And some people don't even get the update. They just go get a whole new phone.
Right. Or they just won't upgrade.
Imagine you can have the same thing. All you gotta do is just update. Just let your nigga know. Like, look, bro, if you do this, we'll be good. Just update your resume. Instead of telling them that, you just be like, you know what, babe, it's not working. You just go get a whole nother nigga.
Or you got the recyclers. I don't want to do the new updates. I'm just gonna keep using the same phone with the same version on there.
Them heifers who still got like iPhone 7s.
No, or the ones who got iPhone 7s are the ones who want an iPhone. They can't afford an iPhone. 9 times 10, that iPhone is only active on Wi-Fi.
She's a broke bitch.
There's a lot of them out there, and you would be surprised. You would never know what phone they got. You want to know why? They leave it in a case. They get the most gaudiest cases too.
Right, then the phone was like, that's like.
You got to look at the cameras and realize what phone that is. Because I'd be, oh, okay.
Hey, if you only got two cameras on the back of your phone, it's an Apple product. Don't talk to me.
Well, first of all, fuck you.
But you got
2 cameras.
Wait, how many do I got?
3.
Oh, I got 3. Yeah, but you got 2 phones though. I think you care a little more about your Samsung phone than your iPhone.
You know what's funny? I actually don't use my Samsung as much as I used to.
But I feel like if you was to go update your phone, it would be the Samsung.
Yeah. This time it would definitely be I definitely would update the Samsung. If I was to do an every year update, it would probably be my Samsung, not my iPhone. Because I know everything is software.
I feel like you only have an iPhone because most of the people that you do business with, we're Apple guys. So that's just easier for you to connect with the Apple people.
That's really the only reason why I'm on my phone, because I do all my business.
Because out of all the podcasts that work here, I don't know anybody to have a phone that's not Apple.
Mimi, Denise.
Those about the only 2 I know.
Not Cree. Cree got an iPhone. Somebody else got a regular phone too.
That's not a regular phone. It's just Samsung.
No, it's not a Samsung. It's an Android, not a Samsung.
Damn. Okay, so that would be a regular phone.
Right, so it's a regular phone.
Well, unless you got a Google Pixel. They be trying to really sell niggas on this Google phone.
Okay, so the last time I was 2 phones shorty, I had an iPhone and I had a Google Pixel phone, right? Don't knock the Google.
No,
the Google is actually fire.
The commercials I be seeing look dope.
The phone is dope. I swear to God. Like, the only reason I tell you this right now, Mimi and me, we are heavy Samsung people because of the ingenuity that Samsung puts into their phone. Like, you can do shit in a Samsung phone. Apple has to wait 3 years to dream about doing. And there's no knock on Apple. They just like to sit back and see how shit works, wait till the patent wears out, and then add it in.
Yeah, we gotta make sure, we gotta watch the people do it first.
Right, you look to see what works, how it goes, what the people of the streets like about it, and then introduce it.
Right,
because it was something that Samsung had for a long ass time. Then all of a sudden, Apple got it, and it was on the news in the morning. Everybody was talking about, like, dog, this shit's been it. I can't even remember what the fuck it was, but it was something so goddamn basic, and y'all went crazy.
I think the last thing Apple added to a phone that I was really like, oh, this is the shit, is the
was it the widgets? Was it when y'all first started getting widgets?
That could be widgets that we went crazy over. But me personally, the picture-in-picture FaceTime, that was my shit.
That threw me off the other day.
I was like, the picture-in-picture FaceTime, so cool. Cause like you close your, like you want to, I still want to see you, but I want to do other shit on my phone. So if I was to close the FaceTime app, it's not just an audio call,
right?
Because I can't see you anymore and I'm doing shit on my phone. But them putting the picture-in-picture, that was dope.
I think it was the widgets, but I also think it's like when you open up entertainment apps, you can picture-in-picture those. So it may have been around about the same time.
You shout out to YouTube. YouTube just let that feature go now.
Yeah, because I do it all the time on here.
For a while with the iPhone, like when they started doing the picture-in-picture, everything was picture-in-picture except for YouTube. Like I could not close my YouTube app and still be going unless you had YouTube Premium.
Makes sense, bro. You gotta have the bread.
I feel you. Now, I guess YouTube Premium is offering something different that they let you picture-in-picture now, but they still want you. YouTube Premium not bad. I think you get like real TV shows on YouTube.
Kind of.
I think you get like actual TV.
Look, bro, just not to have to deal with these damn commercials during the election season alone made YouTube Premium worth it.
So if I give YouTube Premium, does it get rid of all the ads?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to spend another $9, but it might be worth it.
Hey, pay attention, because sometimes you can catch YouTube on a good deal. They'll give you like 6 months for free.
I'm gonna start paying attention.
Like, pay attention, dog. So sometimes they'll slide in there and be like, "Hey, man, we got a special going on right now. Get YouTube Premium for 3 months for $9.99."
I think I only get upset at the election ads because them are usually the ads that you cannot skip.
Exactly.
So I have to watch a full 15 seconds of Mandela Bars making a shitty ass peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I'm just tired of watching whoever that is that's doing freaky shit at the job.
Man.
Like sexual harassment everywhere.
Dog, I'm like, it's 6 a.m. Why is sexual harassment legal at this place?
Like, why are y'all doing this? Why is this even on before I find out the weather?
It was rainy today. Oh, don't forget, chicks getting their butt touched in aisle 7. Don't go over there.
Like, do you want this man in charge of your country?
What level of friendship is it okay to grope your friends?
Never. I don't know. You know what? I can't say that. Because we've gone out and we've seen women randomly run up to Mimi and grab her titties and Mimi grabbed their titties and everybody's having fun.
I feel like as a guy that is never acceptable.
It's never except don't ever grab my titty.
I mean, don't grab your homies.
Don't-
But I'm saying, as a nigga, it's just never acceptable to walk up to your female friend and just go, "Hey, get the squeeze and shit."
Some women, some of your female friends, you can, but you have to. It has to be years. Like
you gotta
y'all
read
have
that.
to have like a trauma bond
You gotta
where
read
some
the
fucked
room.
up shit has happened and you were there to save her.
You gotta read the room with like a fine tooth comb.
I mean, sometimes you can. Like,
Just
prime example, our favorite poet. Our friendship was tight at one point in time where I could do that. I wouldn't do it because it was weird,
it's very weird.
but I could do it because we had a bond. Like I can like, hey, what is that padding in there? Like, and it wouldn't be. She wouldn't be like, oh my god, Tone, I can't. Like,
yo,
it wouldn't be nothing like that. She would either like, no, that's not padding. That's all me. Like, what the hell? You been eating? And but I'm not grabbing it with the intentions of like, let me twist your nipple. No, it's nothing like that.
What level of friendship is that?
Yeah, it's a level friend. Like that's like one time.
I feel like that's an unspoken level. Like you just know when
you know when you're there. Like I have certain friends where they'll come around me, titties be out in the whole 9 yards to just show me a pair of shorts they got on. They was like, does my pussy look fat in this? I'm like, first of all, secondly, yes, put something else on. Sometimes you gotta have those kind of friendships. But them be the ones that you can't stain. You cannot taint that friendship with trying to cross those lines.
Because you want to sleep with them?
No, you got to say no when they want to sleep with you.
Yeah, you should say no.
I think more men should learn how to say no.
It's kind of hard, though.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's a lot easier when you don't want that kind of pussy. But when it's a pussy that you know you want, but you shouldn't do it, that's when it's hard to say no.
Still say no. Here's my thing.
We should start respecting ourselves.
That was funny. Make that the clip.
Right, because how you gonna say we should start saying no, and then you laugh when I said we should be more respectable?
How we don't respect ourselves, so how we?
So then why would you want us to say no?
Hold on, I was going to tell you how to say no. See, this is what you should do. Whenever a particular woman, and then now if it's in the moment situation, step back and see what's going on. But if you get a preempted message or a preempted inkling that a particular young lady who is definitely a friend wants your male species in her, around her, find time to go rub one out.
So what you're saying is it's not okay to fuck your friend.
Don't. If it's a friend that you really care about, don't. Now, if it's acquaintances. So like for an example, one, you technically are here at the network and we have women galore on the network. Okay?
Yes,
some of them you super cool with. Some of them you ain't never seen before in your life.
That's a fact.
Okay? Now, ones you never seen before in your life,
it should be okay to fuck you.
You might want to think about it.
Well, let's not say it like that. It's okay to shoot your shot.
It's okay to shoot your shot. You may want to be cautious about it because it can create a toxic work environment.
That's true.
If it doesn't work out. Okay? You learned that in the past. Yes, the work environment got toxic.
Did it really?
Bro, we can't even invite her in to do an interview for a flashback episode.
That's now.
It was toxic when it ended back then. The only reason why it didn't blow up to where it is now was because she stopped potting. Had she continued to do it, it would have gotten toxic.
First of all, people create the situation.
Did not say who fault it was. All I said was when you cross certain lines, it creates a toxic environment.
We definitely could have did the flashback episode. I'm a professional.
You the one who told me don't. I said, Juan, I'm sitting here I'm getting everybody together for the 10-year anniversary. Oh, no. I want to interview everybody who started with us. And you said to me, and I quote, don't let that bitch up in here.
Facts. Because we beefing right now.
Y'all wasn't beefing at the time. There was no problem.
Are you sure?
Yes, you were upset that one, not only did she have someone new in her life, that she flaunted in your face.
I don't think I was upset at that, but keep continue.
You kept having, y'all was having communications. So it wasn't the stuff that was happening on the social media yet that the crew found out about. Y'all was having private conversations. Something happened during a private conversation because I think this is when she was having her second child. That was a problem. Something happened between the second child.
When she had her second baby, we were still cool. We were still cordial.
It was, as I said, something happened between the second baby and the engagement announcement.
What did happen?
Something happened because I was recording her on the east side at the time.
She started making Facebook stats.
Okay. I knew it was something.
And I had already blocked her. So I couldn't see these Facebook stats.
I just knew that y'all was beat. It was something, and you was like, "No, I can't interview. Can't
how
interview."
You gonna just tell motherfuckers I'm mad because I ain't your husband or your baby daddy? What?
That's between y'all. I like girls.
You wish I was your baby daddy. You wish both your kids had my last name.
I thought she got 3.
I don't give a fuck how many. All that she wish they was all mine.
I'm not walking into that one.
I'm just saying, you don't see these luscious good looks of mine, Tom.
I like girls, my guy.
You don't see this flowing, beautiful hair on top of my head.
You know, it's more to relationships than looks, right?
I am 34 years old. My hairline is still valid in these streets.
I'm 44 and mine's is. So what's your
Right.
point?
We know some niggas who are younger than us and don't got one.
I mean,
speaking of all my bar brothers, shout out to Mike and Ken.
I was like, that's a terrible
happy birthday. My
terrible
birthday
ass transition.
So Mike was recently in the A. Shout out to Mike,
Yeah, I was seeing him getting the petty earlier.
Yeah, as Monte said, he was getting his feet jagged.
I wasn't going to say that, but that's true.
Shout out, I think Teasy might have coined that phrase.
Yeah.
Getting your feet jagged.
Because if you ever see when they do it, the foot massage, they literally look like they jagging your foot and your leg.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's quite homoerotic.
Is it really?
Homo or erotic?
It's definitely erotic.
Homo, maybe not so much. Unless you want to like Asian men with tiny hands. I don't know what your preference is, Tom.
I like girls.
But what if your girl was a guy?
That's not my choice in life. But for those of you wrestling fans out there, Crown Jewel just happened. Pretty interesting pay-per-view.
From what I saw, I was high. I fell asleep.
Yeah, Juan fell asleep. Opening match, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley. Questionable finish. We'll see where that goes. Women's tag match, Io and Dakota got the belt back from a attack from Nikki Cross.
Cheeky Cross.
But we'll see where that goes because War Games is coming up the end of the month.
It doesn't even feel right. William Regal doesn't work here anymore.
And we got Barrett.
Yeah, but he don't sound like William Regal to say War Games.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's cool.
No, you need some things.
I mean, we got new people. Cole might do it. Cole has been doing okay saying War Games. Who else happened? Omos and is it Omos? Big Nigerian dude.
Omos.
And Braun Strowman was terrible to watch. I dubbed it No Holds Bar too. And that's exactly once I said that, that's exactly what that match looked like.
Are you talking about like Hulk Hogan No Holds Bar?
Yes, Hulk Hogan and Zeus
versus Zeus.
Yes, that's what it looked like.
That's a great bad movie.
But that's what that match looked like. It was a great bad match. Oh, Braun won that one. When you go back and watch that match, Umos was talking cash shit in this match.
I believe it.
I mean, and that's when they first turned the mics up for the night. And you can hear through his accent hard as hell. This talking cash shit to Braun.
Maybe Taco Fall should gain some weight and come to the WWE.
We'll see.
Because the NBA is not working out for him.
We'll see. Who knows?
Him and Omos could be tag team.
I don't want that.
because Omos is 7'3", Taco Fall like 7'5".
I don't want to see that.
They could be the Nigerian Giants,
but Giants don't move well in the ring.
They don't have to.
Anybody over 6'10" barely moves good in the ring. We got lucky with Taker and Kane. And even Kane was questionable sometimes, especially when he got fat Kane. He was just a good worker. You could not have a bad match with Kane. Judgment Day versus the OC and AJ was great. I am tired of niggas not being smart enough to bring an equalizer for the woman that is outside the ring. Because any matches that have a random woman on the outside of the ring,
she's gonna get involved.
She's getting it, and she's the reason why you'll lose almost every time. So just bring another woman. Just go get somebody from NXT who ain't doing nothing.
To fight Rhea.
Just run interference. You don't even have to win, my dog. Just be the person to be the problem.
Maybe
that's all you gotta do.
Maybe they'll catch on.
Maybe they will, because Cole, dog. There was a moment at the end of the match when Rhea power bombed AJ to the ring post, right? I mean, not to the rope, to the what's the border of the ring called?
Apron.
The apron. Okay. Cole, plain as day. Somebody needs to whoop her ass. Just plain as day. Loud as fuck. No, he said someone needs to beat her ass. I think it's going to end up being Beth Phoenix because she keep taking jabs at Beth. But in order to do that, that means we got to bring back Edge. I don't want that. But
that nigga said, what's your smoke with Edge?
Edge is so much more than this storyline.
Yes, he is.
That's what it is, dog. Edge is so much more than this storyline. Edge should be somebody who is fighting Roman at Crown Jewel.
But we are making
we about to end this after this. What else happened? The Bayley and Bianca match was great. I was not mad at that Falls Count Anywhere match. Last man standing. Last person standing. Yes. I don't think Bianca should have won though.
Why not?
It should have went to Bayley.
Why?
The way Bayley has been wrecking Bianca, and they keep allowing Bianca to keep winning. She needs to lose. You said it numerous times. Bianca is great chasing.
True.
Okay. And being the fact that we are in November going into Survivor Series, so I don't think the belt would even be up at Survivor Series because of the War Games situation. Her team might be part of War Games. The women's are part of War Games. So that means you're going into December, which is usually a pointless pay-per-view that doesn't mean anything.
I don't even think it is one.
See? Then we roll into January, which is when we're worried about the Rumble. And at that point in time, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Right.
So when do you chase?
What I think is going to happen is I think that booking wise, we're just going to let Bianca ride this year out. So I think she'll actually drop the belt at WrestleMania. Now, to whom, I believe it'll be Charlotte. A lot of people won't like that. But at the same time, that's her last mountain she has to climb. So in order for you to climb it, you have to have a reason to climb it. Charlotte needs to knock her off of it.
But see, this is the thing that I agree with you on that. Bianca doesn't need the Rumble to get to the main event. Okay?
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't. She is the super face right now.
That's what. So why would we take the belt off of her?
Because you take the belt off her, you put it on Bayley, right? Bayley is, first of all, Bayley has earned that belt. If there is anybody else in wrestling right now, who has earned gold,
right,
it is Bayley and Seth.
Okay,
them two, and Seth has gold.
Right,
he doesn't. It shouldn't be the U.S. title, but you got to work with what you got.
Right.
Okay. Bayley has earned the right to have that belt. The only reason why she doesn't have the SmackDown belt, which she technically should have, in my opinion, is because you need something for Ronda, because you can't not have Ronda without gold unless you're going to put Ronda in the tag division with Shayna.
which I think would be fucking phenomenal.
which is they kind of doing that because Ronda came out with Shayna on SmackDown.
That's where we need to be.
But I also think the Charlotte situation, like we said, Charlotte's coming back, right?
Right.
I don't think she's going to come back to Raw. She's going to come back to SmackDown. So whoever has the belt over there on SmackDown, she's going to take it.
I don't think Charlotte's going to SmackDown though. Logically, from a booking standpoint, there is nothing left for Charlotte to do, and there's nothing left for Bianca to do besides themselves. Just when you look at the landscape of women,
as sexy as that sounds, I don't want to see that.
But I'm saying when you look at the landscape of wrestling, that's the only logical.
But they're
thing.
both. They are two women right now who's bigger than the belt. So you can get Bianca and Charlotte with no belt on the line, and it would be a cracking ass match.
Yeah, but that's not what we're here for. Because then if it's not a title match, the rest of these women fucking here are terrible. I feel like all the good women work with each other.
True.
Like Charlotte and Bianca, when you look at what Bianca has done so far in her career, that's the last hill that she needs to climb. She's beaten all of the 4 horsewomen except for Charlotte. So for Charlotte to come back and win the Royal Rumble and then beat Bianca at WrestleMania, now you give Bianca something to do again because now she has to chase Charlotte for 6 to 8 months before she gets the win that she. It's just like how she did with Becky.
But that's just it. It's the same story, and I'm kind of tired of it. But let's just say that's what they do, right? Okay. Then Bayley goes back to SmackDown.
Perfectly fine. Ronda needs a ring general. If Ronda got to lead the match, that shit's gonna suck.
It does. You see what happened with Liv,
right? So Ronda needs somebody who can. I got you.
And okay.
And I don't think Ronda's ever worked with fucking Bayley.
She hasn't. That's why I think now that whatchamacallit them have the tag belts again, they can float both shows,
right?
And Bayley technically can float both shows because she's always either their manager, and all it takes is a bump into.
And I think, for the most part, professional wrestling is built on narratives. And when you build something on narratives, it's always easy to revisit a story down the line. So when
they've been doing a really good job at that lately.
So when you look at Bayley and Bianca, as long as Bianca's been on the main roster, Bayley don't own a victory over this one person. So no matter where we go, as long as that narrative is still in play, Bayley always got a reason to come back and see you, whether it's for a title or whether it's not, because Bayley ain't beat you in a one-on-one situation.
So
Bayley always has a reason to come back and visit this smoke. Like, hey fam, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You owe me one.
So let me ask you this question. Because if you watch Crown Jewel, you seen that there was a Becky vignette, which means that we're going to get Becky this year soon before WrestleMania.
Possibilities.
Where do you put her at? Because if we put Bayley over here with Ronda, because she needs it, you got Charlotte at Bianca. Where does Becky go?
I think you could put Becky and Bayley on SmackDown. It's perfectly fine. It's two for one.
I mean, of course you put them over there, but what do you do with her? Does she just go at anybody?
Well, Becky ain't had a one-on-one match with Ronda. We still ain't got that match, and that was supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania.
It was,
but we had to put Charlotte in there. So
and that is definitely what Ronda would bring. That's definitely what Becky would bring up too.
So again, wrestling is built off
but
narrative.
Becky is a face right now,
and Ronda is a heel.
Is she really?
Ronda's not a face.
Is she really?
Okay,
Ronda, or were we just sick of Liv?
Ronda's like Logan Paul.
We're gonna get on him in a minute.
Ronda's like Logan
Paul.
Paul.
Did you watch the match?
Nigga, we were sitting here talking.
I just want to know if you caught the match, because
Ronda is like Logan Paul. No matter how much they try to position you as a babyface, we as the fans think you a dick in real life. So it's hard to cheer somebody that you really don't fuck with. It's not like you came in with a clean slate and it's like, okay, well how they booking? Because Sway is either way. Like, no, we do not fuck with you. You technically are an outsider. No matter how you try to sway the people, you're an outsider. You are not a wrestler.
You did not. I don't know, man. He might. They
But
may
I'm
they may
saying
have let him in tonight, bruh.
maybe, but we're not there yet. We're still talking about the women.
All right.
But again, Ronda Rousey is an outsider. She's not a wrestler. So, the fans ain't never gonna look at her like they look at Charlotte or how they look at Bailey, Bianca, Becky, Sasha, even Liv, because these niggas is actual wrestlers. Ronda had a name and then came over here. You didn't get your shit out the mud like the rest of us. So a lot of shit that you get is handed to you. You didn't really earn shit. That's why Ronda's the perfect heel. Like, what the fuck did I have to earn? I was beating bitches up before I got here. And I was beating bitches up for real. Like, this is for realsies.
All right. So before we get to Logan and the bloodline, then we had the cage match. Now, the reason why I actually waited a little bit to talk about the cage match and didn't glance over it like everybody else.
Because it was ass.
No. It was not as bad as it could have been. But more so, it was an example of something we've been talking about in the group. With them going away from gimmick pay-per-views and using match stipulations for the story, the cage match made sense.
Yes,
the cage match was a perfect example of sticking to stipulations, because with the fact that Scarlett, by the way, I have to say, she was still sexy as fuck,
and
even though they had the restrictions.
Facts.
So you gotta remember the reason why they wanted them to look that way, because they didn't want them to be sexy, and she still pulled that shit off. I want to see what's gonna be said about her, because she followed the guidelines, but she still made it be sexy.
Right. Oh, we gotta wear bodysuits. Watch this.
So now what is that gonna do? Next time we come back, are the women gonna be a little bit more provocative with it? Like, I want to see, because EO and whatchamacallit bodysuit, they look like they had on astronaut shit. EO and Dakota,
all three of
them, just look like
Bailey was just like an astronaut.
Right. Whatchamacallit look like a spice ice cream bar, but I like the way that went. Now, the only thing I hate is Cole sometimes gives away the ending in the beginning. Because when they bring up, oh, this is the last chance and you got to do this, or because of such and such, Scarlett doing this to him last time, costing him the match, it's a do or die situation. Those are usually like those keywords that you know who gonna win.
I don't always mean everything though.
This particular situation,
because we've watched it where it was like, yeah, it's do or die. If he don't win, it's over. And you be like, all right, bro, go take it. Then he get his ass whooped.
That's because Vince. Vince like, oh, it'd be funny if we didn't do that. That's what Vince did. But it to me, I knew that was gonna be the outcome. The ending, that and then the fact that Cole was like, well, they probably could have won if she didn't walk away with the key and he could have got out. It doesn't matter. But I like the fact that going away from stipulation, because there is no Hell in a Cell no more, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. There's no more Hell in a Cell pay-per-view anymore.
TLC been there for
TLC has been gone. Keeping the chamber makes sense, but I just think you should move where the chamber is.
Why would you move it?
It's too close to too many things that need to, because if you think about it, when's the chamber?
February.
Okay. So that means we got War Games in November.
Right.
There's nothing in December for now, but with the conversation that's being had, and they want to do more international pay-per-views, it might be something overseas in December going forward next year. Okay. Then we got the Rumble in January.
Right.
We got the Chamber in February.
Right.
We got WrestleMania at the end of March, beginning of April.
Right.
That's a lot of predetermined gimmicks, bro.
But if you go back to the original format and you split the belts, it's only one Royal Rumble winner. It's two Royal Rumble matches. It's one for the women, it's one for the dudes.
Right.
It's only one winner.
Right.
You can only challenge one for one title. So
does it have to be the big belt though?
Let's not get into semantics, because if that's the case, you can say the same thing with the Money in the Bank. Does it have to be for the big belt?
I'm only asking a question. I think the Money in the Bank, they specifically say that. I can't remember.
Because I really think they should add a third Money in the Bank match if we don't want to get technical, and they should do a tag team ladder match. But that's another.
You got hold on.
It's another fight.
You jumping too much because you got to remember tag team is just now getting respect.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So you got to be careful.
That's a whole other fight. That's a whole other fight.
Because then if you do that, then you might as well do the feast or fire setup where there's 4 briefcases, one for the mid, one for the big, one for the tag.
I don't know, man. WWE might be open to suggestions.
I don't know, bro, because they got this SmackDown Cup coming up.
But I think so. Yeah, the chamber where it is. Like, if we go back to the old format, which I believe Triple H is gonna split them belts up pretty soon.
It might happen by WrestleMania.
You go back to the old format. There's only one person who can win the Royal Rumble. So if Seth wins the Royal Rumble and he's like, "Well, I'm challenged for the WWE title, which is on Raw," now we have the conundrum of we need a challenger for the Universal title.
All right.
So we could go there, and depending on how you're telling the story, the person who wins it could always tie into the story. So if we go Drew McIntyre, so Drew might have been the last person. Like, so Drew, like right now, if you look at it, Drew had his Universal title match at the Clash of the Castle.
Right.
He lost. So then he's been trying to get Karrion Kross to stay out of his fucking business. Right.
Right.
So Drew's pretty much on this redemption story of I got to give back to the main event. So Drew might be one of the last 5 in the Royal Rumble, but he comes up a wee bit short. So he doesn't win the Royal Rumble. But we still on this road to redemption. So now telling the story from this Elimination Chamber is Drew's last shot to make it to WrestleMania because he didn't win the Royal Rumble. So how's he going to get a title shot if he don't win the Elimination Chamber? And then boom, he wins the Elimination Chamber. So now you have that reason, so it's just all about how you tell the story. But as far as
that's only if they split the belts soon.
Right. Like that's if we split the belts. But as far as the other gimmick pay-per-views, yes, I've said this a lot. Like we don't really need them shits because it defeats the purpose of the feud.
Yeah. And then moving Money in the Bank back to WrestleMania actually to me works better because you can put one ladder on one night and put the other one on the other.
With Money in the Bank, I feel like that's cool, but to me it doesn't matter if it's a pay-per-view or if it's not, because it's a concept match, much like the Royal Rumble. That's the whole point. The winner gets a title shot, honestly, no matter when you have this ladder match.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. I feel like the Money in the Bank match should be on that Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania.
Ew, why?
That's how you kick off the new season.
Nah,
think about it.
I like that.
Main event. You literally, the only thing that will make it bad, of course, is commercials. But I feel like Raw and SmackDown got that kind of pull that they smart enough to know position the commercials here, and here. So because how long is usually the Money in the Bank match? About 20 minutes max.
That could be that could be like a 30-35 minute match.
Okay, let's just say 30-35 minutes. Raw is 3 hours. You telling me you can't give me 35 minutes on this? Gable wrestles for fucking 35 minutes by himself. Shout out to can they please give my boy a solo title run soon?
I just don't think they would get,
because Gable can he at least get the Money in the Bank next time? Can we give him the? You not gonna say my boy Gable ain't earned it,
bro? I tell niggas if Gable was 6'4", he'd be WWE champion.
I'm gonna put it on the shirt. Earn that paycheck, Gable, because every single week my nigga is out here.
He's Triple H guy, bro.
Working,
Triple H
making other people look great.
Man, it's gonna pay off in the end,
except for Braun. I don't know. I think that was something. I think Braun wanted him to look good.
I mean, Gable that nigga, bro.
Because that's another reason why I'm not pissed off. Braun can beat 7'3" Ugandan giant, but you getting worked on by Gable.
Yeah. Gotta make Gable look like the man.
He is the man. He out there every week. He need a third in his academy.
They need to go get Tucker. I felt like if Gable was the mouthpiece for Heavy Machinery, that would have been dope. Because now you taking these two guys who never accomplished shit. And then I could turn them into fucking superstar.
Get somebody from NXT. You gotta have someone who's already loyal and you got to have new young talent. That way, when that new young talent starts to get over, because we're getting behind them more than we care about Gable, their first solo feud is against Gable. Then when that match is phenomenal,
I'm speaking in the aspect of when they first put the Alpha Academy together.
I feel what you. I'm talking now.
No.
Tucker. That's what I said. No,
we don't need to do it now.
We don't need Tucker.
No, we don't need. He don't need a third.
I think a third would be nice.
For what? So they could break up and then the focus just be on Gable, and then those two niggas are doing nothing.
No, they can be the tag. They can be the tag team. Gable, look, fam. Let Gable have a stable. Gable's stable.
Logan Paul.
Let Gable have his stable.
What did Logan Paul do?
Everything, my nigga.
Logan Paul is that nigga?
Everything, bro.
I'm mad Roman made him look that good.
Man.
Because as I was glancing at the TV while we was chopping it up, look, Roman made dog look like fuck you, Roman. Damn.
Look, okay. First of all, the whole night they have been pushing this one punch narrative. All it is one lucky punch. Okay.
Right.
Given any moment, one lucky punch, Roman can be looking up at the ceilings beltless. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you know us, we just like you were saying earlier, you're an outsider, my guy. You're not gonna walk in here and just beat the top of the line, you know. But as the match went on, you start to realize this boy he studies the game. Yes, he was trained by HBK, but you knew your shit before you came in.
As much as Logan Paul is an outsider, I think he was slow. Like the fans hate dude because of what he does.
They hate the YouTube persona.
Right. His YouTube persona, he's a dick.
He's an asshole.
But the more he wrestles, the more you will gain respect because he's not just here to get a paycheck.
Right.
He shows that
he definitely
he is a fan and he's willing to put in the work because if you're gonna give me this bit, like whether people pay attention to Crown Jewel or not, that's a big spot.
That's a very big spot. The fact that the main event was built. Here's the funny thing. The main event of Crown Jewel was built around a podcast episode.
It was, as Roman did do his podcast before he challenged him.
Yep.
Did he mention fighting Roman on his podcast?
Yes, that's how it started. He was like, give me a one-on-one with Roman. I think I can take Roman. I can take Roman. And that's how it started. Roman was like, dog, I come to do your show. I get your ratings up. I get you introduced to my tribe and you disrespect me. And that's how we got there.
But see, I think that's the beauty of WWE expanding into other avenues.
That is the beauty of podcasting, that people don't realize how much more this can do for your platform.
It was just a different avenue to introduce a few other than Logan Paul comes out here on SmackDown, cuts a promo. It was different than the generic, all right, I'm here, this your shit, let's fight. No, hey, they was simply having a conversation. Logan Paul's like, yeah, I could probably whoop your ass, bro. Like, no funny shit. I think I can get with you.
And he was like, nah.
Roman was like, nah, bro, that ain't.
But I don't.
In this lifetime.
The story, okay. So I love going to live shows, right? Okay. But I won't lie. The commentators make the biggest difference in a match.
You can buy them expensive headphones they want to sell us.
I mean, I don't even think they sell them no more because they showed it to mention him at the SmackDown. Maybe that was just something that WWE was trying to do to get money.
Nobody was buying them shits.
Because they didn't make sense. Because especially if it's a show that you can just go home the next day and watch it and hear the commentary. Let's really go to Hulu and watch it afterwards.
Definitely watch SmackDown the next day.
Right. That's all you got to do. And see if you can see yourself on TV. All right. But Cole definitely sold Logan Paul whole match. Now, I got a question for you. You've been watching AEW, right?
Here and there.
Okay. You know at least who Hangman Page is, right?
I do.
Do you know what his finishing move is?
It's the buckshot lariat.
Okay. What does it look like?
I believe he does a flip over the top rope, wind up, and clothesline.
Several people in the industry now not just fans of us, but actual people who their job is to watch wrestling, said he did Hangman Page's finisher better than Hangman Page. During the match, three, you count it, one, two, three separate times, he clocked Roman with the orange punch.
So you hit Roman with the Superman punch?
Hit Roman with the Superman. He tuned up the band.
He super kicked him?
No, Roman caught it. It was going to look like trash anyway. Luckily, he caught it. So it was one of those. That was one of those. You're new, so you don't know how to sell it, but still protect yourself yet. Because it looked like when Roman caught his foot, it was trash. It was a spot where the Usos was outside the ring, getting ready to jump Jake. Yeah, Jake showed up.
I did catch that.
Okay, Jake came with him.
Why was niggas like? I've never. This is the one thing I
why
don't
was
get about
niggas
wrestling.
popping for Jake?
No, not that. Why do niggas get full blown interests if it's a run in? Like it's a run in. Why would you play on my theme song?
Okay, so first of all, Jake came with Logan because
I did. I saw that earlier.
Like during the press conference, Jake showed up at the press conference, so it was known
dressed in his Muslim garb,
right? Which threw me off. Like, why'd y'all let him do that?
The Muslim community gonna be on WWE ass for that.
No, because it was certain situations that they not let slide, and the WWE had to honor that, like MVP. So, he shows up. We get the whole intro. They popping. He coming down to the ring. The Usos, ran up on them. Fam, why did they let Jay take that hit like that? Bro, I feel like he really knocked my nigga Jay out.
He might have.
Jimmy, it was a sell, but you remember when Floyd hit Big Show for real?
Yes.
And that's what it looked like. Okay. Either Jay know how to sell really good or he really hit that nigga. But then there was this spot where they was all outside. They basically had Jake running. Solo came down. Okay. Solo music hit. Now, here's the question of the night. Why was Solo in full gear? Solo came down like he was the dark match.
He was ready to get his shit up.
He was ready to wrestle. Like he's going to wrestle after this match is over or something. I don't know. But Solo was in full gear. They pinned Jake down. Logan clears the ropes. You remember the time when Taker jumped over the rope onto a pile of Negroes for no reason?
Oh yeah, he jumped on the Usos. I caught that too.
Yeah. Logan is he's good to be on the main. Logan Paul is what Dominic Mysterio should be.
Oh, actually good?
That is what he should be. I don't know what happened. Maybe they did a body switch or some shit.
So,
speaking of that, Dominic got his ass whooped pillar to post that match. Every time, no. You're not hearing me. Everybody else was wrestling, putting up wrestling moves. They were fighting. The minute Dominic got in the ring, whoever from the OC that was fighting, whooping his ass. I mean, beating his ass, dog.
It be like that sometimes, man.
Dog, fucking Brock versus John Cena, when it was Suplex City, that was more of a warm-up compared to what they were doing to Dominic.
You gotta earn your stripes, man.
That's the only reason why I wasn't mad at it. But they was beating his monkey ass.
So you watch NXT a little bit, right?
I didn't watch the most recent one.
No, but you
yes, of course. My girl Kaden Carter down there.
Few of the people. Logan Paul
would definitely be champ down there.
Is Grayson Waller
with charisma
bad imitation of Logan Paul? Or is Logan Paul a better Grayson Waller?
Logan Paul is a better Grayson Waller because Grayson Waller is not bad. Grayson Waller is the college frat nigga of NXT.
So, like, before you came to school me, so we could do the episode, I was watching the NXT that just passed.
The one from this week?
From this week.
Okay.
And Grayson Waller wrestled R-Truth. And that's when R-Truth got hurt.
Maybe I did watch it then.
So, and I was watching it, I was like, dog, if Logan Paul was like really came into business and kind of went through the ranks and them putting a gimmick on him, he would be what Grayson Waller does on NXT. But as I watched Logan Paul wrestle, I'm like, Grayson Waller's not bad. But is Logan Paul a better Grayson Waller? Or is Grayson Waller like a terrible ripoff just from the gimmick standpoint of what Logan Paul would be had he came into wrestling with a thought and an idea of what his persona would be?
It's actually 50-50. Because here's the reason why I say that.
And I wanted to ask that in the group, but I couldn't find the words for it.
Not everybody's on to Grayson Waller like that. That's why. Like most of them don't even watch NXT like that. Not anymore. But no. Here's the difference. Grayson Waller is a wrestler doing a gimmick. Logan Paul is being himself who can wrestle. That's why Logan Paul looks better.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay? Because he's just being himself and it's easy. Like, for an example, in that same match with Roman and Logan, he went coast to coast. He went from post to table. But he went and grabbed his boy's cell phone first. He videoed everything around, climbed to the top rope with it still in his hand, and commenced to jump on Roman with the phone in his hand.
I saw that.
I posted the video from his Instagram of that actual video. So that's something that Grayson would do after he did the splash, not while doing it. See the difference?
Yeah.
That's just what Logan would do, period. Because he's part of the internet generation where you have to put everything online anyway. So it made sense.
Would you be here for a Logan Paul Grayson Waller match?
No.
No?
No. Because here's the thing. Logan Paul should not go down to NXT. He is actually better, and the fans want him to be better more than anybody in NXT right now.
But I feel like that's how you...
To hone his skills, yes. But the thing about with Logan is you came in, your two matches were with The Miz and Roman. So all three of your matches have been against top performing heels in the business.
Right.
Okay? Who can protect you, who can make you look good, who can make you shine, who can make you stand out. NXT, when you go down there, you're going to be all eyes on you.
Well, I don't think he will go down there. I think this is a situation where you use his star power
to bring people up
to make a star.
Now that's different. Now that I can work with. If you bring Grayson up,
yeah, I think
Logan should be his third feud.
Yeah, this is an idea for like when Grayson Waller is to come up.
Yeah,
because just the concept of what Grayson Waller is and then who Logan Paul is as a person, it's like the similarities. Like you can see how somebody, or even if it was him himself, who was like, they sit you down like, well, you got to come up with a gimmick. You need
right.
something that's catchy. What do you feel like could get over? And all it like the shit he does is really Logan Paul as he's heavy on his socials. Like he's wrestling Logan Paul. Logan Paul just do it better because it's Logan Paul being Logan Paul. But yeah, like if they was to bring Grayson Waller up, I could see that being like something that they would do on the main roster. They wouldn't send Logan to NXT.
But
it could work both ways.
It could work both ways. Because when Logan Paul comes down there, because you're gonna have to send him down there. You wanna know why you gotta send him down there? Who's his trainer?
Shawn Michaels.
And where's Shawn at right now?
NXT.
In order to keep Shawn training him, you gotta send him where Shawn is. Because if Shawn keep working with Logan, NXT gonna suffer. But
NXT is already suffering with Shawn in charge.
Not that bad.
All right, before we go, we got one last wrestling topic. How you feel about the Rock daughter?
Okay. Now, I said this in the group. I feel like Okay, let me back this up. Have you been keeping up on Young Rock?
No.
Okay. You don't have to watch everything. There's about like 3 episodes that's specifically around his introduction to wrestling.
I only want to watch the episodes of Young Rock when he actually started wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 3 episodes where he starts wrestling. So it's his phone call to come to the WWE.
I watched that episode.
The one where he wrestled the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, and then he met like Triple H and Stone Cold.
Okay. Did you watch the next one where he got sent to Memphis?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. Watch the one he got sent to Memphis. That's where you find out him and Harvey Wimpleman are like best buds. Yeah.
Yo, finding out who is actually really good friends in
Right,
the wrestling business be fucking crazy.
Right. Harvey Wimpleman and whatnot. So when he went to Memphis, those 2 episodes, just them two alone, made me really think about the direction of Rock's daughter. Rock wanted to forge his own path.
Right.
Okay. Which is when he went to go do his dark match, and even when he was over when he went to go to wrestle for Lawler, he came up with a completely different name. I think I named myself it in the group. It's like Faz something, like Faz Cabana or something like that.
Flex Cabana.
Flex Cabana. Okay. Whole different name. Did not want to be recognized as being part of that family, even though that family is what got you here. They brung her in by putting her in a group.
Right.
Okay. The story that's being told is the group reached out to her to check on her.
Like I watched because matter of fact, it was in the same episode of NXT I was watching. It did the little promo, the little sit down interview.
Okay, so we did watch the same. Was it the same one where Carter and them wrestled Nikki Lyons and them in the opening match?
No, that wasn't the opening match. So that was probably the week prior because the match they did get a tag title shot, but I think they get another one.
Yeah, they get
in this
another one
episode
because
I was watching. Zoe got into it.
That's what it was Zoe versus somebody, and they got into it in the hallway.
Yeah,
and Nikki had to try to get Zoe. It was Zoe in India, and he tried to get Zoe to get herself in check because she'd be a little bit too intense.
Right.
So I did watch it. So same episode. They did the sit down with
So
what is the name? What is the schism?
Schism.
What is the name of the leader?
Joe
Gacy.
John Gacy.
John Gacy. I know it was something Gacy.
No, who's the serial killer?
John Wayne Gacy.
So the dude on TV is Joe. His name is Joe.
Joe Gacy.
But so I understood the gimmick. Like I understand the point. Like she was an outsider, or not so much an outsider, but I get it. It's kind of like high school.
Right.
Motherfuckers get clicked up. Nobody speaks to you, so now you deem the weirdo kid. And then there's always somebody come and break the ice. Like, hey, man, how you doing? Right. How you like it here? If you need anything, let me know. If you need friends, you come kick it with us.
Right.
I understood that. It's just looking at, I don't know if I want to say I'm projecting what I think she should be. It
is. You're doing what wrestling fans do.
Now, I'm not going to jump out the window because I've seen people on TikTok go fucking crazy. Somebody was like, yeah, they should have brought her in to wrestle Charlotte. I was like, whoa, she ain't even had a match yet. You talk about wrestling Charlotte?
And that was my point. That was my point in the group. Bringing her in this way to get her feet wet to see what is. If you pay attention in all these situations where the women are part of a stable, the women is more so there as a disruptor. Rhea.
Yeah.
Charlotte. I'm not Charlotte. Scarlett.
Right.
Hell, Nikki Cross, when she was part of Insanity. They're there to be the disruptor. You very rarely will have them in individual wrestling spots. But this is more so to help her learn from other people in a hands-on situation. Number 2, look what happened when The Rock first got introduced. And we let it be known who his daddy was and who his granddaddy was. We booed him out the building.
Yeah, now I'm not saying they had to bring her in like that.
But that is what everybody wants her to be.
It was just when you look at the makeup of the stable, and then when you put her in it, it was like, this seems like when you try to fit a square piece into a round hole.
But until that promo, it didn't make sense. When she got unveiled as, if you wouldn't have told me that was Rock's daughter, I wouldn't have never put 2 and 2 together.
Really?
Yeah, because
She even looked like the nigga.
Here's my thing. When you got a black dad, Papa be Rolling Stones. So folks can look like somebody and don't never be, but I don't judge. With wrestling, I don't judge. She could have got hired because she looked like, I don't know. I don't care.
That's very true.
Only thing about it was here's a new chick in NXT. Let me see what you got. To me, NXT is a proving ground.
Right.
Okay. I don't care who you came from or who you've been with. Prove to me if you good, because there are legacy people where the second and third generation was better than the first generation.
Fine.
And then we got legacy where the second and third generation was crap compared to the first generation.
Because Braun Breaker better than his uncle and his dad.
Big facts. Randy Orton, definitely better than his dad.
And his granddad.
Ted, not as good as his dad. Kurt Hennig, not as good as his dad. No, let me back that up. Kurt Hennig's better than his dad. His son, not better than him.
Yeah, his son's trash.
Okay,
but I feel like his son is only trash because of how they booked him.
And that's where I was getting at with her. My whole thing is, how do y'all want her to be booked? What are y'all expecting? Put her in the bloodline? Why? They don't need her.
I don't want her to grow. I don't want them to put her in a situation where she's got it, like where expectation is like right away.
You want to know?
It was just watching her in that group. It just didn't fit
to you at first.
Now, right? I'm like lately with the WWE, maybe because Bray Wyatt is back. I'm more on the watching. Let's see where it goes basis. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It's just it looks like the square peg in a round hole shit. And I was like,
I don't want to put any expectations on her.
She just don't fit
to you because you know her background. I look at everybody in NXT as a clean slate, because if I looked at people based on their background, I will never like Lash Legend.
No, she's terrible.
Okay. But if I look at her with a clean slate and just watch her grow, this may be just her only bad gimmick. One thing I started doing was, if you pay attention that when they start doing these video packages now, they'll start showing people's NXT come up and how they were there. And then you start seeing their Raw and SmackDown, because Becky is a prime example. I was looking at Becky in NXT and I'm like, I would have never guessed you to be the man.
Right, she was trash.
I would have never pictured you the man.
But she grew.
Exactly. And this is what I want people to do with her. Let her grow. Let her let her come into her thing.
I'm not minding her growth. Is just the concept of schism is like some cult leadership.
And how do you know that this may not work? Here's the great thing about her.
She don't strike me as the emo black girl. That's what it is.
We just now learning her though.
All I'm saying, Tom,
that's what I'm saying. We're just now learning her.
Just looking at her, she don't strike me as the emo black first glance. But when she cut the promo, she could be better at, she got it. She's going to get better at talking, but the promo wasn't bad. And she explained it very well. Like, hey, I was a loner when I got here. Niggas didn't want to be my friend, but they reached out. So I understood. And usually that's how I go. When you go to a new school, the first niggas that reach out and show you some genuine love, you tend to kick it with. Like, hey,
and you start to become like them.
Right.
So she may not look like an emo girl now. Prime example, Rhea Ripley. When we first seen Rhea, she was blonde and fun. Now this bitch look like she might bite you and like it.
Well, she definitely be pegging down.
But what I'm saying is, and the good thing about her and the good thing about the situation is she's so new and so not known when it comes to in the ring, that if this doesn't work, you can write her out it and bring her back completely different as Rock's daughter, and we will not miss a beat.
I just hope she succeeds. I don't care what the gimmick is. I want all second generation wrestlers to do well.
But she's not a second generation though.
She is.
She's fourth.
How would she be fourth?
PMIV, Rocky Johnson.
Oh, okay,
Rock.
So yeah,
her.
Right, because
she's fourth.
Third generation.
Right. Because that's the whole deal. Was Rock and Randy are thirds.
And we still didn't get. Why didn't we get that as a WrestleMania match? We needed that.
You want to know why we didn't? Because when it was time, Randy was still a fuck up.
That's true. You got to fuck up now. I feel like if Rock got two matches left in him, Roman and Randy should be those two matches.
Roman is definitely going to be one, because it may actually be this year. Roman will be.
I just
Randy
felt
will-
like Randy and Rock should have fought because we need to settle the argument of who's the greatest third generation wrestler.
but at the point, it's like it doesn't matter now.
That's why it's better now.
But
Because
it doesn't.
it doesn't matter now. It doesn't affect the overall scope of things if you do it
But
now.
you have to understand to bring Rock back for that match, and that's the reason for the match. I'm not saying that's not a bad reason, but we're not really gonna care like that.
You might not care.
I wouldn't.
I
Just do it on the game and be happy one.
Nah, it does. Don't hit the same. Don't hit the same. Trust me, don't.
You done it, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wrote the
bro.
whole story around it.
You wouldn't because you didn't do it on Legend.
Just didn't hit the same.
You got to do it on Legend.
That's the only way I play the game. I like to actually lose.
Okay, because Legend will make you sweat, dog.
Yeah, I like to. You know what I hate about playing on Legend? Is that just some shit just don't.
They go in their bag. On
I be
Legend.
like, bro, so you mean to tell me that this little fucking yellow button don't pop up? Like I don't got no reversals in the tub?
Oh no, it's quick.
Like he is beating my
Your reversal window is so small. But put it on Legend and let the computer do it. My God. I did a match on easy. 1.1.5 star. Like 1.5 star, 2.5 max. I ran that same match back on 5. Bro, it was at least a 4.5, 5 with ease. And they still had like 10 more minutes in the match after they got to that point. Big difference. Big difference. But no, I say keep tabs on her. Don't set high expectations because if we've learned anything about wrestling families, some fail, some succeed. Look at the Anaki family as a whole. I mean, Tamina,
Terrible.
but the Usos,
Great.
and they came in together.
Wow, they don't. That's Jimmy Snuka daughter. She don't count.
She's still in the family, bruh.
He sucked.
He did his job for the time.
Jimmy Snuka is terrible.
He did his job for the
He
time.
might be the worst nigga on this family tree.
No, I don't think so.
Who?
It's-
Who's worse than Jimmy Snuka?
There's a few of them down there there's a few of them that never made it to the WWE. You got to remember, dog, Rikishi's still training cats in Florida. There's a whole lot of them still going
From
at it.
all the Samoans that have walked through Vince McMahon's front door, Jimmy Snuka's the worst.
But-
And I'll die on that hill alone if I have to. He's terrible.
But he got Vince money.
And he got Vince to cover up a murder too, but
He
still.
also committed a murder. So
And he got Vince to make it go away.
look, if it makes you feel any better, my favorite wrestler of all time cracked him with a coconut.
Maybe that, but still.
I just said if it make you feel better.
Jimmy Snuka is ass. And I'll fight anybody who tell me different.
Hold on, I want to see something.
You was gonna write Jimmy Snuka's ass.
Oh,
But anyway, while Tone does that, hey, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Kickboxing. That's KIX_BOX_N. Get your heat, showcase the latest and greatest on your sneakers. And I might have like a video vlog coming soon.
I knew it was a bunch more. There's
Or-
a bunch of them over the years.
Yeah,
That's been in
might
there.
have a video vlog coming soon. So kickboxing. Be on the lookout. You know, I like shoes. And I just want to share my shoe passion with the world. And also, we're gonna be making some changes to the Death Fresh show. So the way this looks now might not always be the way it looked when you watch. So be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Death Fresh Show podcast on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe where you get episodes. You get all your video episodes. I got shorts coming, clips. You know, just all things Death Fresh will be available on the YouTube channel. So make sure y'all hook a brother up with a subscribe, man. Like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can start monetizing and shit. You dig? I be looking at my YouTube analytics. I be kind of happy when I be showing some progress, man.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man. YouTube is the way to go.
Dog, this family tree deep.
Yeah, and they need to trim some of them fucking branches. Starting with the one with Jimmy Snuka on it.
I'm looking to see if he is actually directly.
I don't think he's directly part of the family. I think he's just Samoan.
He might have married in.
But again, all the Samoans that has come through Vince McMahon's door, he is the worst. And I'm dying on that hill. If you in the comments on YouTube,
Joshua and Jonathan.
the Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jacob.
where the fuck y'all get Jimmy from? I want to know is that one nigga who wrestles on the indies related to them?
It is. He is.
Jacob Fatu?
Yeah.
Because he be doing some shit.
Yeah. Jacob. Matter of fact, they right there literally just he's Tonga kid's kid.
Yeah. So if Jacob Fatu can replace Jimmy Snuka, I'll be happy.
Replace Jimmy Snuka. Why we replace?
Because Jimmy Snuka suck, bro.
Jimmy's not in the family.
Good.
Rosie, Yoka.
Great wrestlers.
Rosie and Roman are brothers.
Yes, they are.
Yoka.
Can't you look at them and tell?
Yeah, I can tell.
It's all in their face.
Wait a minute, who's related to Jamal? Jamal was Umaga, which is Rikishi's brother.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the Samoan heritage go deep.
And he didn't have no kids.
So,
but their other brother, Samuel, the Tonga kid, did, and that's Jacob that you see.
I want to know the lone family member that didn't decide to wrestle, and he probably like an accountant or some shit.
And Danny Garcia.
That's who it is?
No, I don't know who Danny Garcia is, but it's somebody in the family because they connected directly to Dwayne Johnson. I'm going to look at that in a minute.
So which one of you niggas didn't decide to wrestle and just become an accountant?
Reno, a.k.a. the Black Pearl.
Like, hey, I'm just gonna...
Lance.
Not gonna pursue this, but all right, Tom, wrap it up so we can go.
I don't think I think it was he may, you know what? One of them may have became an accountant because you gotta remember Pete ran a wrestling company. One thing I learned about Young Rock that the mom ended up having to take over when he died. So somebody had to balance the books.
I would slept with Rock Mama.
Had nothing to do with anything.
Ever my video was fine.
Are you talking about the real one, or are you talking about the one on the TV show?
The real one, like you can look at her and tell that back in her day, she was bad.
I'm just only asking a question, bro, because that was just it was random.
I probably knocked Martha Stewart too.
All right. With that being said, thank you for joining us on this.
You want to fuck Martha Stewart?
The 300. We appreciate everybody who has ever listened to any of our episodes. This one actually is probably going to be broken up into 2 episodes because we talked about wrestling in the second half. That's a pop-up by itself.
300.
Shout out to everybody on TDR. Shout out to this nigga over here who was with me today when we sat down. Was like, hey, let's go harass local wrestlers. Shout out to the BCW who allowed us to harass local wrestlers and not kick us out.
My coworker knows say this.
He's a graphic design artist.
Yeah, but like, how you that buff and this is what you do? You should be like a construction worker.
I know buff ass accountants. Yeah. I know bodybuilding accountants.
Yo, a nigga with bulging biceps ain't finna walk up with a periwinkle polo on and be like, "So, sir, let's take a look at your diversity portfolio."
I think I would trust him.
Let's diversify.
I might trust him because if you strong enough to do this, then I know my funds is in good hands. Unlike the guy with holes in his.
Yo, I read that text message today.
I noticed you read it today.
And I laughed all over again. Said, how a motherfucker with holes gonna tell you he got it handled?
No, I didn't say it like that. If you gonna say it right. Like, I like how everybody wants to be like, hey, just put it in Jesus' hands. I can't put it in a man's hands who got holes in them. Everything's gonna fall out. I can't trust that. That's just terrible. And you know what? I already told you this is a smear campaign. It's probably not as bad as we think it is. It is propaganda. Told to us by the right wing leftists that heaven is a better place to be. And because we can't prove it until we die, we believe it.
So is heaven, is Jesus a Republican?
Maybe, because they mudsling a lot.
Jesus is a Republican, and then like
No,
so
Jesus is a Democrat. The church is Republican because they're the main ones preaching all this.
but the church wants you to go to heaven.
Right, but Jesus never once said that heaven was a better place. He just like, hey man,
So is Satan like the independent party?
no, he's a Democrat.
How is Satan a Democrat?
Who said that he's a bad person? You gotta remember, they're mudslinging on him. He
Church,
ain't never.
so
Satan ain't never once said anything bad about God.
So church is the Republican,
Mm-hmm.
and Jesus is a Democrat.
No, he's an independent.
So then, who's a Democrat?
Lucifer, the Morning Star.
So Lucifer is a Democrat,
Right? Because
church is the Republican.
he's trying to give you everything that you want in life to be happy.
So, but church is the Republican,
Mm-hmm.
and Jesus is an independent party.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense because he never really said hell was a bad place.
Never said it was either.
He never said it existed either.
Mm-mm. If you ever pay attention, he's always just like, man, live life, love. Treat people like you want to be treated, my guy.
It's a smear campaign.
It's a smear campaign, fam.
I feel you.
No, I mean, because Lucifer never once said anything bad about God. You know what he did, though? He just asked God, like, why they get to do this and we can't? Sound like some Democrats to me, right?
And with that being said,
Does it show me the lie?
We appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us for 300 episodes. And hopefully we'll be here for 300 more. Then we'll be at episode 600.
And he was a party animal. With that being said, people, we are out of here.
Did you say Jesus was a party animal?
No, Harvey Whippleman was a party animal.
Oh,
right there.